Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to Hold the Ball, your home of pure rugby league. Insane that I've got a regular guest. Wobblin Joe, what's been happening?
Howdy, Hold the Ball. Howdy, viewers listening and or watching. Thank you very much for choosing us to listen to as the Dragons take on the Dolphins, mate, up there at KO Stadium. I'm really looking forward to calling this one. It's pretty interesting. We've got some origin stars out of the side, and it sort of levels itself out, I reckon. I'm looking forward to it, actually.
Yeah, for sure. I think this should be a very good and tight encounter. In saying it though, before he started, Wobblin Joe asked me the question. He goes, HCB, which team do you want me to commentate? I said, you know what? I'll take the Dragons. You take the sweet one. You take the Dolphins there. So that's the way it's commenting there. So Wobblin Joe will be the Dolphins, and I will be the Dragons. In saying that though, over to you first, Wobblin Joe. Can you please give us a rundown of the squad, and I'll follow suit?
Yeah, no worries. Cody Nikorima is at fullback. The wingers, Jermaine Azarko and Tessie New. Azarko celebrating his 100th game tonight. Aitken and Lee in the centres. Milford returns, and Isaiah Katoa is the halfback. The forward pack is Bromwich, Jeremy Marshall-King, and Herman Esse. Kenny Bromwich, Lemuelu, and Ray Stone are the back row, as we see the Dolphins on screen now in their heritage jersey. And the reason why Ray Stone, Kenny Bromwich, the way that is in the back row is because Felice Kaufusi has been suspended for 3 games. Jared Wallace, Nichols, Mason Teague, and Valence Tavare comes off the interchange bench, and 18th man is Palasa Farmasuli.
Awesome. Thanks for that, Wobblin Joe. And on the other side here of the Dolphins, you've got us Taro Sloan at fullback. And the wingers are Whangai as well as Ravalawa. And the centres there are Suli as well as Zach Lomax. The halves there are Amone as well as Jaden Sullivan. In the props there, you have Francis Molo as well as Michael Molo, the brothers there. And a hooker there, you have Jacob Liddell. In the second rows, you've got Jack Bird as well as Ben Murdoch Marcilla. At the lock there, and captain, Jack DeBellin. In the interchange there, you see Moses Mabie, Toby Couchman, Jaden Hunt, Josh Kerr, and 18th man there is Billy Burns. So, look, in your opinion, before we sort of kick off here, who do you tip and who do you think? Who do you think's going to win?
The closer we get to kickoff, mate, the less I'm confident in my tip about the Redcliffe Dolphins. I think they have a better forward pack, and Isaiah Katoa in the halves has done nothing wrong at all this season. But I think this is going to get close, and I'm a little bit less confident in tipping the Dolphins. But yeah, I'm going to stick with me tip of the Dolphins. And just quickly on sports bet, it's the Dolphins who come kick off. It's $1.45 to the Dragons, $2.75.
Awesome. Well, yeah, look for mine. I took the Dolphins too. I'm feeling fairly confident. I mean, coming off the loss too, you'll think the Dolphins will be amped up. But in saying that though, you can't take anything away from the Dragons here. Obviously, again, what happened last week too, right? With their coach gone and all that stuff there. So we'll have to wait and see what this sort of brings. But for me, if you could name 2 players to look out for in the Dolphins, and I'll follow suit for the Dragons, who do you think they'll be, Wobblin Joe?
All right, well, I'll pick one from both backline and forward pack. Yeah. I'm going to look at Ray Stone starting in the lock position. I think it's the first time he's actually started in the 13 this season, as a beautiful overhead shot of KO Stadium is shown. And then in the back line, I'm going to go Jermaine Azarko. Even though Cody Nikorima is filling in at fullback and he's going to have to be he's going to be absolutely vital. It's Jermaine Azarko's 100th game tonight, and I've got him down as an anytime try scorer.
Awesome, as and here, Wobblin Joe, we got a nice, wonderful compliment here from regular viewer Nicholas McKercher. Listening to you and watching you guys commentate every Thursday night is always the highlight of my week. I really like your individual and combined styles.
Man, thank you, man. And it was such a pleasure to meet you that day at the Lord Alfred Hotel that day, mate.
Absolutely, and thank you for that. And I just quickly for mine off the top of my head, I've got Sloan as well as I think in the forward pack here, probably Jack Bird for mine. But in saying, I think we're going to be commenting, so I want to get straight into it there, Wobblin Joe, and I hope you guys enjoy. And thank you again for joining in. Don't forget to like and share and subscribe to Wobblin Joe. Here we go.
And, just quietly, rest in peace to Tina Turner, simply the best. Passed away today at age 83. Here we go. Kickoff underway, mate.
Thank you, Wobblin Joe. And here we go. The Dragons there with the ball in hand. And a bit of a rough carry there, but Bird there still able to run. Probably made about 3 meters in the exchange there. And we have here Liddell off to, looks like.
And Michael Molo is met on the 40-meter line midfield there. Take it away, ball, mate.
Apologies for that there. Liddell going off to DeBellin here. DeBellin scooting up and making it over the halfway line just beforehand. Fourth tackle set here. Liddell goes up left. Again, to Molo with the ball in hand. He's going to rampage forward, making about 8 meters in that exchange there. Not a bad start there for the Dragons. Off here to a big kick here. Fifth and last as well there, Wobblin.
And the first kick of the night doesn't go towards Cody Nikorima, but to Tessie New, and there were about 4 Dragons there to meet him and drive him back a few meters. So play the ball closest to the left-hand edge here for the Dolphins. And here's Ewan Aitken, who was swarmed upon. But unfortunately, they've given away a penalty on just the second tackle of the game, Dragons. So an easy out for the Dolphins, HTB.
No, not good at all there. Probably... Yeah, would have been better to apply the pressure there. And again, that discipline. But it seems like these are high tackle almost every game there, Wobblin, you reckon?
Oh, for sure, man. For sure. So Katoa, kick for touch, and the Dolphins are going to start just inside their own 30-meter line. A quick tap taken by Ewan Aitken as he has his second run for the evening already. Waiting for the play, the ball is Jeremy Marshall-King, and he passes right of the ruck into Herman SASA, and he barrages his way to about 5 meters shy of the halfway line, actually. Second tackle now. Jeremy Marshall-King goes right. Bromwich, Milford, Kenny Bromwich, cut out pass to Brenko Lee, and Brenko Lee is able to make 10 meters and now will play the ball inside Dragons territory. They're about 38 meters out here from the try line, and through Jesse Bromwich now on the fourth tackle, he is going to be stopped just shy of the 30-meter line inside Dragons territory. Jeremy Marshall-King goes left of the ruck, finds Milford. He dummies, goes forward a little bit more, and is stopped just short of the 20-meter line. Marshall-King goes left, finds Katoa, cut out past to Ewan Aitken, and Aitken is just going to die with the ball there. So now Dolphins have a chance to box in the Dragons. Good set from the Dolphins, I reckon.
It was, unfortunately, the defense just wasn't there, though, for the Dragons. So hopefully they can do better here with this attacking set. It was Suirava they get driven back on that run there. First tackle set there. And what can the Dragons do? Hopefully they go out wide. I reckon they've got some fast players out there. And again, with the ball here is Molo, and he's just going to cart it up forward there, being about 5 meters. Liddell goes out left here to Moses Sully. First touch of the night as well for Moses Sully, who had a fantastic intercept try last week, just quietly. And going out left this time here is Liddell off to Lomax. Off to Bird now, and Bird's going to try and attract some tacklers there. And probably about 20 meters made all up now. Liddell going out right here. Again, just a younger brother here. And I believe that is Michael Molo there. And the fifth tackle set here. And the Dragons made about 35 meters all up here. And a big kick here from Jaden O'Sullivan. Just gets it off there as well, Wobblin, far out.
Certainly does, mate. And Cody Nikorima takes it in his own 20-meter zone. But there's been a penalty given away. He was hit... mid-air, Jaden Sullivan was by the Dolphins?
No. I'm sorry.
No. Nah, that's soft as butter, isn't it?
Oh, no. Oh, gee whiz.
And we've just seen Tina Turner Simply the Best played for about an hour and a half before kickoff, and that's a penalty nowadays. Fair income, bro.
Exactly. Oh,
soft.
We're just watching the replay again, guys. Gee whiz, Wobblin.
So I think they're going to go for the goal here, right in front are the Dragons.
Oh, I mean, sure, but I would have tried for a try there, Wobblin myself. But yeah, yes. Get some points on the board, I suppose. You can't complain there. That was a really soft penalty, though, Wobblin. Honestly,
it is, mate. It is, mate. And you've seen them and you've seen over the past couple of weeks that those penalties have not been blown.
Oh man!
And now it's back tonight. So shared income. I feel sorry for the players sometimes, bro. But in any event, it's in front. By the way, KO Stadium absolutely sold out up there in Redcliffe this evening, man, and it looks a friggin' treat too.
It does. I actually can't wait to. I actually wouldn't mind. Sorry, I wouldn't mind going to KO Stadium. So probably something in the bucket list there for next year. As there we go. Lomax slots that over. 2 in front now. I'll change that. What have you made of the early exchanges there, Wobblin?
A little bit dominated by the referee, mate. But the Dolphins have been the better the Dolphins have been the better, but we're only 4.5 minutes in. I reckon we've actually only had 2 minutes of play, but it's shaping up nicely.
It is, as we see Wayne Bennett, greatest coach of all time, in my opinion. There we go. Asako kicks the ball off, and the Dragons here again to restart things again through the hands here of a big barnstorming Molo there with the ball. That's Francis Molo there, and he's tackled. Liddell goes out right, and I believe that's Fairnai there of the ball. The winger coming across now. Dragons there with troops, hopefully going left this time. They go out wide, and they do with the hands of Sullivan off to Ben Murdoch-Masila, and he just carries a good crash ball there. And I believe it's the third tackle set here. It's your darling run for Liddell. Liddell gets through, and he's got support there on the right, and he goes with the arm on it. I'm going to the ball. No, Sullivan, apologies. Sloan gets tackled, though. Here we go. The Dragons on the front foot. They're going out with the ball in hand. Sullivan goes out left this time here. Off to Armoni. Armoni scooting around. Armoni tries. He should have. No, he breaks through the tackle, and he scores. I think. I was just about to say there, Wobblin, you probably should have passed it, but no. Wow. Just like that, the Dragons hit the board after slotting in two.
We've got to see a replay here, but I think it was Connolly Lemuelu that was called out by the referee for being offside. Jacob Little busts up the middle, and the Dragons were able to make about a 40-metre advantage. And then Talatau Amone, mate, I want to see another replay, see if the ball-carrying elbow hit the turf. Nah, that's play on, mate. That's a try. Well done, St. George Illawarra.
Geez, in that situation, if you're Lemuelu, you'll tackle. Hey, you rather just probably have just tackled him, eh? Yes, no.
It's hard to say, man. Like if it was at the end of the game with 7 minutes to go, you probably do. But with 7 minutes just gone in the first half, I guess you do just let it go. But the Dolphins just weren't up to scratch to lock them down quick enough, mate. No,
that's all. Well, in saying that though, Wobblin Jaw, you sort of spoke about it. You felt a bit less confident. Oh, here we go. Hang on, Wobblin Jaw. Hang on.
Now what, Adam G? Now what?
Double movement. Is that what he's saying?
No, they're looking at whether or not the ball carrying hand comes in contact with the grass. Oh, it did too.
It does.
Okay. And there is still contact with Kenny Bromwich onto Amone's right ankle. So that is no try. Yo, man. Wow. Because he changed the ball mid tackle, so that's why I went a little bit cross-eyed. But no wonder I'm not a freaking bunker referee. Hold the ball, but wow, that's a great escape from the Dolphins.
Absolutely, it was. But look, can't take anything away from that good break there from Liddell. But just a quick question there for you, Wobblin Jaw. Sorry, have you been at Dolphins Stadium yet? Okay,
no, but there is something coming in the next couple of weeks, mate. So the Dragons don't actually lose possession. It's just a continuation of the set. Hold the ball.
All right, here we go. Fifth and last here. Go out left here through Liddell, off to DeBell, and DeBell on the ball and head. I'm on it, and he slices it through, and gee whiz. The Dragons just... You may as well have just not even penalised that last play there, because the Dragons just absolutely responded in kind. They just scored. Oh, wow. I'm stumped there, Wobblin Jaw. Shocking defence from the Dolphins.
Yeah. So it goes out left, finds DeBellin. Amone is waiting out the back, puts a nice kick in there, and just there wasn't any Dolphins in or around. Koni Karima was still coming about towards the pill, but it's Jack Bird that catches it. He did. Oh, gee whiz, did Nikarima catch him across the schnoz, mate?
He did. Is that when they go for kick twice? Is that how that works there, Wobblin Jaw? If it's deemed a penalty?
No, I think when you go for conversion twice, it's when a player is kicking at someone's face as they're putting the ball down. But if, let's say, for example, Jack Bird just knocked it on just then, that would have been a penalty try for sure.
All right, here we go. We've got a kick to come as well. But again, a good kick there from Armoni. Again, Jack Bird. He was one of the players. He was the player I said to watch, by the way. just quickly. I said, I believe I said
You did
Sloan
too,
as well.
didn't you?
So
You
there you
did too. Well done.
as you see the Dragons. Yeah, well, that could prove costly. Anyway,
Absolutely.
I'm stunned at the scoreline.
What a
but
start.
What a start. What a start. Full compliments to the Dragons.
I thought the Dolphins had started the better of the two, man, but that soft penalty and then Lemuelu being called out for being offside, it's just changed the game over the past couple of minutes.
The question is, what and how are the Dolphins going? How can they respond? Anyways, the Dragons again start things off again. And a big carry here from Barnstowing Francis Molo there. And he gets stopped in his tracks, though. Cody Nicodemo on report as well. And a ball here is with, I believe that's Fairnay. And he makes about 5 odd meters here. And I think it's the third tackle set here. And they're going up wide this time here for Lomax. Lomax runs. Oh, he gets tackled. Fourth. There's a fourth tackle, really? Okay, here it is. Off to Ben Murdoch-Marcelo with the ball in hand. And our big fella's going to offload the ball off to Sloan. Sloan off to Sullivan. Sullivan makes a break just about over the halfway line here. Fifth and last now. No, sorry, Wobblin Jaw. I'm confused. The tackle counts are all over the place.
Not you, mate. It's Fox.
Okay. Over to Sullivan now. And he gives it a bit of a big up and under kick here for the Dolphins.
And Cody Nikorima takes it inside his own 10-meter zone and able to take it over that 10-meter line by a couple of meters. At dummy half was Anthony Milford. He passes right to Jermaine Azarko. He has his first hit up in game number 100. It's worth mentioning these two sides did meet earlier on this season, and it's the Dragons that absolutely belted the Redcliffe Dolphins, a scoreline of about 36-12 or something to that effect anyway. And they're sort of getting a little bit off of that victory as fourth tackle comes and the Dolphins are still inside their own 40-meter zone. Marshall King dummies out of dummy half, breaks straight up the guts, offloads back to Cody Nikorima. Nikorima offloads to Katoa in an instant. They're inside Dragons territory, inside the Dragons 20-30-meter zone. Last tackle, the ball's with Milford, midfield, puts up a high kick towards Jermaine Azarko. He jumps up, offloads it back, like Coley's got it. There's more offloading going off, and the referee says, nah. Wow, Jeremy Marshall King just broke open the Dragons' defense. Well done, Jeremy Marshall King. Wow.
Again, ironic that obviously this time around it was the opposite hooker. This time, Wobblin Jaw, who made a break. Obviously, much like Liddell did the other end with the Dragons there. So it's good to see, obviously, the two hookers there trying to make an impact there as we see Lee, unfortunately, going out there. And here we go. Just let me know if I'm in sync with you or not, Wobblin Jaw. I'll try my best to be in sync with you. I'm just seeing the boys there. They're just gathering around now. Everyone's having a bit of a breather. And we see here Liddell carting the ball back to the play. Francis Moller now with the ball. He's about to play it. Here we go. And now this time here, Avala with the ball. I think it's his third touch in the game. Gets tackled. First tackle set. Yeah, thank you. Fox League has got the tackle count now, hopefully working well. As we see Michael Moller there with the ball in hand. And he gets tackled down. Going out left this time here again through Francis Moller, who's been pretty good early, I think, for the Dragons. He's made a few good tough carries there, Wobblin Jaw. And going out right here now off to DeBellin, the captain there, out left there, off to Sullivan, inside ball into Ben Murdoch-Marcelo, former Warrior as well, playing against Ewan Aitken. And again, with the ball in hand is Michael Moller this time around here. And he manages to break a tackle there off Stone, looking for an offload too. Made about 10 odd meters that carry. 31 meters made all up here. Liddell off to Jaden Sullivan. And he's just going to boot the ball downward.
We're in sync, mate. Tessie New takes it in his own 10-meter zone, up over the 10, and is met by the Dragons' wall of defense, just a little bit beyond the 20-meter zone here. Dolphins running right to left of your television sets, and it's Ewan Aitken with the pill now, and he is only able to make just a few meters from the ruck. Still inside the 30-meter zone are the Dolphins on second tackle. The ball comes out left via Cody Nikorima towards Jermaine Azarko. He's able to get up over the 30, just shy of the 40. big play the ball, goes all the way back to Cody Nicarima. He's just arched his way towards halfway line. And in jersey number 11 is Kenny Bromwich playing at centre temporarily. Milford puts Jesse Bromwich back under on the fourth tackle. They're back inside Dragons territory, but on the last tackle, they're going to kick inside the Dragons 50-metre zone. But Milford decides to run a little bit, puts forward a dart depth, a little kick, and it's taken there by the Dragons, man.
Well collected there, and a good tackle there from Milford as well. Armoni there, acting dummy half, and he's just going to go out to a big Moses Sully. Again, Sully there, I think it's about a second carry of the night. Makes about 3 odd meters in that exchange there. Charles Sloan coming off from fullback, off to Zach Lomax here, who's Zach Lomax. I don't think he's lived up to expectation of the heights as he did last year there, Wobblin Jaw, just quietly. Ooh. Hopefully he can get back to that again. And I love a level there of the ball, and he gets tackled there. Makes about 5 odd meters for his troubles. Fourth tackle set here now. Liddell going out left here, off to big Michael Molo, and he's going to try and cart his way forward, and he does, but probably makes about 5 odd meters in that exchange. Fifth and last here. Not much ground made by the Dragons too, I might add. Jaden Sullivan gives it a big boot downward there, Wobblin Jaw.
They're definitely making more meters, the Dolphins. And here's Tessie New, takes it on his own 20 and is met by the Dragons on his own 30-meter line. Midfield here, Nicarima waits for the play the ball. He goes right, passes to Ewan Aitken, and Ewan Aitken is met very quickly there by Talatau and Monet, who's had a good start. And the referee's just going to call it back for a quick play the ball again for coming off the mark. And Aitken plays at Milford from dummy half, passes right to Kenny Bromwich, and Kenny Bromwich is able to make a few meters. So third tackle just over the Dolphins' own 40-meter line. The ball comes infield, left to Herman Essa, met very quickly, and will play the ball absolutely dead center of KO Stadium on fourth tackle. The ball goes back to the right-hand side. Milford's got the pill, puts a short ball to Kenny Bromwich, and they're going to play the ball inside the Dragons' 40-meter zone. Milford with the pill, and just a low gliding kick towards the goalpost, but it's found plenty of grass, man.
There we go. Lavalawa collects that ball, and now the Dragons basically on their 10-meter line. And now they're going out left here, off to Zach Lomax there. And he's just going to take a big tackle as well. Goodness me. Big hit there from the Dolphins. Liddell going right this time here. And there with the ball there. Big tackle, big carry there. Apologies. And I think that was Fangai there. And Francis Moller again follows up. Fourth tackle as well. The Dragons need to do a lot more than this. Wobblin Jaw, as we go through the captain here and the bell in there, and he's going to carry him like a backpack, and the ref says no, offside. And seems like a few Dolphins, or if not, Jeremy Marshall King was offside there, Wobblin Jaw.
Yeah, they're playing very direct at the moment. Over the past couple of minutes, they were really working over Isaiah Katoa in defence, throwing a few different bits of shape towards Katoa. But just the past few minutes or so, they've played really direct, and Jack DeBellin earns himself and his side a penalty.
Absolutely. And over here, Amoni with the ball off to Ben Murdoch Marcilla, and he's going to get tackled there by 2 of the Dolphins there as he crosses over the halfway line there. And goes out left us this time here through the Bellin. Off to Armone. Armone shapes, but he dummies. I know he passes it anyway. Off to Sloan. Sloan tries to find a gap, but he gets tackled. Dragging on the front foot here through Liddell. Looking around off to Armone. Armone with a big pass to Jack Bird. But Jack Bird's tackle there. The Dolphins now creeping up slowly, just about 25 meters to their try line here for the hands of Sullivan. Sullivan looking around, goes up wide off to Sloan. Sloan out to big tackle from Lomax. Lomax can't hold the ball there, and was Wobblin Joe, over to you.
Okay, so Tessie New could have touched that ball, but the referee has said play on. And here's Ewan Aitken, maybe with his 6th run for the evening so far. Tackle number 1 now, pretty much dead center of KO Stadium once again. Referees now blown 6 again. Cody Nicarima now playing at 45 meters out from the Dragons' try line now. Jeremy Marshall King feigned to go left, but went right. And now the ball is with Kenny Bromwich, and he's going to be stopped on the Dragons' 30-meter line on the far right edge of the paddock. The ball comes left infield towards Ray Stone. I think that's his first carry of the evening after 16 minutes. The ball goes left, finds Katoa, goes out the back to Cody Nicarima. Quick pass to Ewan Aitken, quick pass to Tessie New. Tessie New stops on his run and arches his way back infield. He's now only 10 meters out on the left edge, and the ball goes out right. It's got Jesse Bromwich, and he's going to be wrapped up there by the Dragons defense right in front of the sticks, only a couple of meters out. And they feint to go left. Jeremy Marshall-King just puts in a deft kick, not really communicating to any one of his Dolphins there, but he is able to get a repeat set of 6 for his team.
Look, Wobblin, I'd even argue that he could have gone for it himself right there.
I think that's a fair call, man. If he just put the turbo boosters on, there's a fair chance he did too, eh? Oh, that's a good call, man, eh?
I reckon he could have. Anyway,
yeah.
Hey, it's not the worst outcome, but anyway, as the Dragons prep to start off again, the dropout. Sloan, bang.
Oh, and it's not a short one. It's a big one, but it's gone out on the full. Oh, fair dinkum. Bugger. I applaud when teams go the long dropout, man. I really do. I prefer it over short goal line dropouts, but it's gone out on the full by Big Tyrell Sloan.
Not the type of kick you want to be doing if you're trying to obviously hold the lead there. But anyway, Wobblin draw.
Jeremy Marshall-King being one of the more dangerous players for the Dolphins, if not the most. And Herman Ese takes the first carry of the set. They're only a couple of meters out here. The ball's with Jesse Bromwich here. He's going to be stopped a little bit right of the goalposts, only a meter out from the try line. Jeremy Marshall-King, second tackle, awaiting a play the ball. He goes left. Katoa passes even further to Nikarima. Nikarima was coat hanger, but it's play on. Ball is in the hands of Tessie New, and Tessie New will go down. They've lost a couple of meters there. They're about 17 meters out, and Cody Nikarima passes right to Herman Ese, and he barges his way inside the Dragons' 10-meter zone. Fourth tackle, a little bit left of the goalpost here, and Jeremy Marshall-King continues to go left. Cut out pass by Nikarima towards Tessie New. Tessie New is being dragged back, but he's able to offload to Cody Nikarima. Long cut out pass back to midfield towards Katoa. Katoa then out to Milford. Milford decides to kick. It's bounced off the hands of Talatau Mone, and I think they're going to get a repeat set of 6 here through good defense by Jermaine Azarko. Well done.
Man, that was a big hit. That was a big hit. Obviously, momentum and all, but gee whiz, that was a good hit there. Good to see the Dolphins experimenting there with the ball in hand, but again, good defensive set there from the Dragons to hold them off, and good collect there from Fairnai.
This will be a very big win. It's pretty obvious, but it would be a very big win if the Dragons are able to keep them out here. What's Tyrell Sloan going to do here from the dropout?
Here we go.
He gives it another big boot, but he only makes sure that it comes only about 2 meters off the turf. And here's him and SASA to be tackled on the 30-meter line, a little bit right of the goalposts. 30 meters out here. Jeremy Marshall-King passes left. Jesse Bromwich now able to make about 8-9 meters there, just shy of the 20-meter line. It's midfield, second tackle, waiting to play the ball. Referee calls 6 again. The ball's in the hands of Katoa, puts Conley Lemuelu back under, and he's going to be stopped just a couple of meters short of the 10-meter line, left of the goal post. Jeremy Marshall-King goes left, finds Katoa. Katoa dummies and goes himself. Well done. The halfback running. Second tackle, Aitken passes way in field right to Jeremy Marshall-King. Here's Ray Stone now. Stops off his right foot, I reckon it was. Oh, he's lost the bloody ball. Oh, what a shame.
There you go. And Jack Bird there collects the ball. And here we have, and I believe that's Lomax there trying to drive things forward. No, apologies, that's Couchman there. Sorry about that. Couchman with the ball in hand and going out left this time here through Sloan. And again, Amone and a big tackle there on Fairnai. And plays the ball. And a big run there. And he's just going to get tackled there. Not much meters made, though, from the Dragons, to be fair. Hopefully they can cut the ball up forward here through Liddell over to Jeb DeBellin there, who's been, in my opinion, he's been all right. He's been all right early in the game. Fourth tackle set here. 10 meters out from the halfway line here through the hands of Michael Moller, and he gets tackled 5 meters out. Fifth and last here, Liddell, off to Jaden Sullivan. Here we go. Big boot here from Jaden Sullivan.
And Cody Nikarima takes it inside his own 10 meters, and he's going to make his way towards the 20 and will be stopped there by Toby Couchman. Katoa waits at dummy half, passes right towards Jermaine Azarko. Azarko able to make about 7 meters, just being stopped short of the 30-meter line. Ball goes out left to Tessie New, and Tessie New stopped midfield on his own 40-meter line. Third tackle now. It's 6 points to nil, and Ewan Aiken darts out a dummy half and makes a good 10 meters, and it's stopped right on halfway center field. Jeremy Marshall-King decides to dart again, makes 15 more meters for his team, and last tackle now, the ball's in the hands of Jared Wallace, and he gives it off to Anthony Milford. He puts up a high kick towards Jermaine Azarko. Azarko leaps up for it. He's finding his way to the try line. Well done, Azarko. Hold the ball tipped, Jack Bird. I've tipped Jermaine Azarko. Don't ever doubt hold the ball and Wobblin Jaw Sports. Good stuff. Good stuff. Milford's having a good kicking game tonight. That's about the second or third time Azarko's leapt up in the air for a contested ball, and he's able to just catch it and weave his way to score a try in his 100th game. Congratulations, Azarko. Well done, Dolphins. 6 points to 4 after 22 minutes.
Beautiful try there from Isako. I'll tell you what, though, Jeremy Marshall-King with another one of those very vital line breaks there. It's the second one as well of the night from him, but obviously this one here leading to a try, and the Dolphins making sure to do good work of it. Unfortunately there for the Dragons, when I think it was, who was it lost the ball? Anyway, so some of the Dolphins, they lost the ball. Dragons had the ball, but I don't think they really could capitalize. And obviously, again, it started with a kick there from Sullivan all the way down to the throat there of Nikorima, and the rest is history there. But gee, it was a sensational try there from Isako there on his 100th game as well. But yeah, that's right, Wobblin Jaw. You called Isako, I called Bird. It's beautiful. There you go.
It sure bloody is, mate. But you just mentioned it there. Jeremy Marshall-King, if you're Dragons fans or coaches or players, man, alarm bells are ringing for the marker work and just midfield defense, bro. Marshall-King is making 15 meters each and every time. And Ewan Aitken has made a couple of darts out of dummy half as well, man. But JMK, man, is kicking all sorts of ass after the first 23 or so minutes, man.
Absolutely, he is. As we see here, Jermaine Asako lining up, and he will get this. He's a sharpshooter, even on a bad night. Slots it through there.
I'll tell you what, he was only 1 or 2 points in front for the point scorers list coming into tonight. There's another 6 points to his tally, man. So he's now in front on the point scorers leaderboard by 7, maybe 8 points or so.
Absolutely. And I'll tell you what, when I see the replay there, how could about 3 Dragons there miss grabbing him there? Anyway, sleep try there from Isako.
All right, waiting kickoff. And it comes. Dolphins running right to left. It's taken by Katoa, passes it back to Jared Wallace, and he's going to, he offloads straight away to Cody Nikorima, and first tackle will commence midfield just beyond the 20-meter line. Ball goes left via Jeremy Marshall-King to Connolly Lemuelu, who offloads again. Ball continues to go out left. Katoa, Aiken, he stops on his run and takes the tackle just short of his own 40 on the close sideline. Mark Nichols now with a good 12-meter carry. Third tackle now, halfway. Jeremy Marshall-King passes right, infield, midfield towards Jared Wallace. He makes 12, 13, 14 meters. Fourth tackle now. They're only about 35 meters away from the try line. Jeremy Marshall-King goes right, and Milford looking for someone to pass to. It's actually 6 again. Cody Nikorima now passes left infield to Ray Stone, and Ray Stone just carts it up. Jack Tabellin really bloody folded up his legs there on Ray Stone. Mark Nichols now, second tackle being stopped, midfield 10 meters out, just a little bit right of the goalpost. And now Jeremy Marshall-King goes left. Katoa, a lot of speed here. Connolly Lemuelu catching it off the short pass, but good defense there by Ben Murdoch-Masila. Couple of meters out now. Jeremy Marshall-King passes right to Jared Wallace. Jared Wallace looking for the offload, can't get it. Good defense there by the Dragons on that occasion. Gee whiz, he falls centimeters short of the try line. Fourth tackle now in front of the 6. Jeremy Marshall-King. Just an easy try for Mark Nichols. Found the space. Jeremy Marshall-King, Mark Nichols figured out where the spacing was, and an easy try from just a couple of meters out. And it's 10 points to 6. And the Dolphins, oh man, that was a fantastic 60 seconds from them.
When you need a goat, when you need the goat, he's there to deliver, isn't he, Wobblin Jaw? Beautiful try there from the GOAT, aka greatest of all time there through Mark Nichols. Gee whiz, how easy was that though, Wobblin Jaw? Very disheartened by the defense there shown by the Dragons. not good enough in my opinion.
But the problem, the real issue is that the space that was created, the lack of communication was between arguably two of the more experienced players in the captain, Jack DeBellin, and Jack Bird. No communication. Mark Nichols picked the hole, and so too did Jeremy Marshall-King from dummy half. And that was simple. That was really simple, man.
It absolutely was. And just through that whole set as well, the Dolphins were just making inroads. There was just no response there from the Dragons. There was no gritty, and there's no determination to try to drive them back. It was just all fluid motion there from the Dolphins. And again, I say all the time, beautiful try there from the GOAT. Love to see it, but gee, was the Dragons need to definitely pay more attention to their defense as we see Isako lining up.
I might need to be corrected, but I think this is Nichols' first game in a couple of weeks. I don't think he played last weekend. Comes back and scores a try. Isako adds 2 more points to his try-scoring tally, and it's 12 points to 6. Could have been 12 points to 8 if Zach Lomax converted that try. Those 2 points might be severely crucial come the end, man. But if they keep defending like that, I guess it won't friggin' matter because they're making a lot of meters, aren't they, the Dolphins hold the ball?
They absolutely are. At first it was the Dragons early, to be fair, but now it's just completely. Yeah, here we go.
All right, kickoff commences. Katoa underneath the high ball. Passes right infield to Jared Wallace. Will he offload on first tackle? Oh, man, he bloody bent the Dragons defense back a fair bit, but going to be stopped just a couple of meters short of the 20-meter line. Here's Connolly Lemuelu, and he takes it over the 20-meter line. Midfield now. And Jeremy Marshall-King waits. He passes right to the try scorer, Mark Nichols. Mark Nichols makes about, I reckon he's made about an 8-meter, 10-meter run there, being stopped inside his own 40. Jeremy Marshall-King continues to go right towards Kenny Bromwich, and Kenny Bromwich makes about 7 or 8 meters. Fourth tackle, they're on the far right edge of KO Stadium, and Jeremy Marshall-King passes left infield towards Ray Stone, and he's able to make about a 10 or so meter run. Last tackle, they're inside. Oh, they got to inside Dragons territory on the last tackle. And I don't know who's given away the penalty, but the Dragons have given away a penalty. Do you know what the penalty was for, bro?
I think it was Jack DeBellin there with the low tackle there around the legs, dangerous tackle there, Wobblin.
Absolutely. And that's the second time. You and I noticed it 2 minutes ago, man. That's the second time he's done a cannonball-esque tackle, man. Oh, strike me pink. I'll tell you what, all the haters that didn't want Jack DeBellin to be a captain tonight, they're all starting to rev their engines now, man. Holy crap.
Mission.
Oh, no. Adam G, the referee, on report, and in the bin goes Jack DeBellin. And the engine isn't just revving, man. They're speeding down the highway, all the Jack DeBellin haters. They're absolutely loving it, and they're all saying, "We told you so." Holy crap, hold the ball.
I can hear more the way in Port Augusta as well, Wobblin. That's how much of them there are. The engines are revving all right. But look, in all seriousness, though, it was a second attempt there at tackle. He should have been pulled up the first time there, Wobblin.
I agree. In the space of 5 minutes, less than.
Here we go.
Struth. All right, so Dolphins are going to have a fresh set inside the Dragons' 20-meter zone. Quick tap through Brenko Lee. Passes left infield towards Milford. Milford passes to Mark Nichols. Dolphins just stop short of the 20-meter line. Oh, this might get really ugly very quickly, mate. The Dolphins go left. Jared Wallace dummies and takes the tackle himself. Can he get the offload off? No. He's going to be stopped midfield, just a couple of meters shy of the 10-meter line. Ball goes out right to Anthony Milford. Milford fence off a player. Oh, and he scores in the corner. He's had a good game so far, Anthony Milford. And I think he just fended off Talatau Amone and just scored in the corner. A lot of pace from 10 meters out. Well done, Anthony Milford, man.
Beautiful try. But again, the same thing I spoke about before, Wobblin, the Dragons' defense, just very lackluster. As we see Milford there getting through Armone, as well as a very weak attempt there from Moses Sully, which you don't often see. Very uncharacteristic there. gee whiz, he sort of turned him inside out, to be fair, but still, beautiful try there. But the Dragons, gee whiz, they don't want to tackle tonight, do they, Wobblin Joel? Especially in the latter half especially in the later stages of the first half anyway.
I reckon that was a really poor read as well by Moses Sully. He was completely and utterly focused on Kenny Bromwich, and the way that Milford angled his run, the way that Kenny Bromwich then also angled his run, there wasn't any way that Kenny Bromwich was going to get that ball. I reckon that was a really poor read in defense by Moses Sully, and Milford just showing his strength and his experience to fend off the younger Talatau Mone. And that's a shame because I thought Talatau Mone had a really strong 10, 15 minutes, man. But, Jack DeBellin really letting the club down big time, mate.
I'll tell you what, Wobblin Joel, the more I see that replay, the more right you are with Moses Sully there. That was a really bad defensive read. Gee whiz, oh, wow.
I'll tell you what, if you and I had a bet tonight, mate, and we said Jack Bird, Jermaine Azarko, and Anthony Milford are all going to score tries tonight, I reckon if we'd put just $10 on it, we'd get about $378 back, fair income. And Jermaine Azarko from the try line slots it straight over the black dot. And there's about 8 more minutes of misery coming for the Dragons where they've got to play with just 12 men. It's 18 points to 6. 10 and a half minutes to go in the first half.
You know what? If I'm the Dolphins, I'm attacking that side again there, Wobblin Joel. I think there's more goals to be found the way they've been defending like that.
Oh, mate, if they keep defending this way, it could be, I hate to freaking say it, but it could be Tigers, Cowboys scoreline. Yeah, dinkum. Katoa takes it and passes right to Jared Wallace, and he's met by Ravalawa. Big hit by Ravalawa on Wallace. I can't believe I just said that. Connolly Lemuelu now is tackled on his own, just a little bit beyond his own 20-meter line, just a short of midfield. And he is number, I think that's Mason Teague, I reckon that is, mate. And it's another penalty. Oh, my goodness. It's another penalty, mate, given away by Josh Kerr this time, I reckon, who would only have been on the paddock for just a couple of meters. Oh, hold the ball. They're imploding here, Dragons.
Oh, this is ugly stuff here. You sort of touched on it before Milford scored that try there, Wobblin Joel. I think just to paraphrase, you said it might get ugly here. And I think you're right. And that was before Milford scored. So here we go.
Alrighty, so they're in Dragons territory again. Tap taken by Aitken, finds Katoa. Katoa then finds Nichols, and he's met very quickly there by the Dragons, but he's going to be stopped on the Dragons' 40-meter line, 40 meters out here from the try line. Marshall King goes right. Wallace, Milford, out the back is Nicarima. Nicarima pops a quick ball out, and it's now in the hands of Moses Sully. Hold the ball.
And here we go, just like that. The Dragons with the ball in hand. About 10 meters out from the halfway line here, over to Armoni through Josh Kerr. Josh Kerr as well, for those who don't know, I believe it's the case. He's actually going to the Dolphins next year, so it'll be very interesting. Going out right this time here, off to Sloan. Sloan off to Couchman. Couchman, a rookie player too. I don't mind him. He's been all right as he goes over the halfway line here. Liddell off left here, off to Sullivan now. Inside ball into Josh Kerr again. Looking to make some dents here through the Dolphins' defense. But so far, Dolphins doing all right here. 5:52 to go here for DeBellin out there. And I'm on it for the hands here. And again, big run here from Bird. He's going to attract a few defenders as per usual as the Dragons for the last 30 meters out from their try line here. A bit of a push and shove between Sully and Wallace. I'll tell you what, I don't think Wallace is one of those guys you want to pick on there, Wobblin Joel.
Nah, but neither is Moses Sully, just quietly, man. Jack Bird was on the ground, didn't like something in the tackle, and that's Jack Bird that flared that one up, man. But the tension's all on Wallace and Sully. It's Milford that tackled Bird. In comes Bromwich. Number 4, Talatau Mone is on the ground there. I don't know why Jack Bird flared that up, mate. I really don't.
No, if you see the replay, it's a strong tackle by Wallace, but it's on the hip there. There's nothing illegal about it. So
Absolutely. Yeah. So watching for Talatau Mone, he was hit late by Jared Wallace. He was hit late, and it is a penalty. Okay.
Right, here we go. Dragons about 25 meters out now with the ball in hand through Jack Bird here. who's going to start things off right where he left it. About midway on the ground now. Liddell there, looking left, right. Goes left out here to I'm on a short side attack. And he's just going to take the tackle, looking around, but he gets tackled there 5 meters out now. Dragons with the front foot here. Liddell off to Sullivan, now off to Couchman. But he's met well there by the Dolphins. And gee whiz, the Dragons will do well to go out wide, I reckon. Liddell looking left, looking right. And he goes out left this time here. Short ball off to Armoni, who's going to try and juke around. Steps inward, steps outward. Looking around to try and offload, but he's gathered around and he's just wrapped. Lucky he got tackled there, thankfully. But it goes out right this time here. Off to Sullivan, and he steps inward. Oh, bit of a beautiful step there. Not to be fifth and last here. Go left off to Armoni with the ball. Pop pass off to Sullivan. Sullivan offloads off to Armoni. Armoni off to Lomax. Lomax going to right this time here. Big pass out to Sullivan. Sullivan the ball hand, trips the ball, and he got rather wild chasing, but he gets nowhere there, Wobblin Jaw.
Oh, Tessie Nu wraps the ball, saves the day. Cody Nikarima. Oh, what's happened here? A penalty for back chat by the Dragons when they're about to box him in. Amone comes in to try and challenge one of his Dragons players, whether or not he was given the ref a spray. But the Dragons, the discipline is absolutely destroying them. Katoa's kicked the ball, and the Dolphins are going to start a set inside their own 40-meter line. Aitken taps the ball, and he's met on that 40-meter line by the Dragons' defense. Oh, the discipline by the freaking Red V tonight's been appalling. Here's Connolly Lemuelu to make 10 or so meters, an awkward-looking tackle. It's second tackle. DeBellin's going to be in the sin bin for a further 3.5 minutes. Ball's in the hands of Mason Teague. He's only able to make 5 meters from halfway. It's third tackle, midfield. Goes right, does Jeremy Marshall-King. He finds Milford, puts Kenny Bromwich back under, and he takes it up over the 40-meter line of the Dragons. They're about 37 meters out. Here are the Dolphins, and the ball's in the hands. Oh, a big shot on Katoa. Offload by Connolly Lemuelu, though, and it's in the hands of Milford, and they lose about 15 meters on that play. Last tackle now. Jeremy Marshall-King passes left of the ruck, and Katoa puts up a high kick. Hold the ball.
Here we go, and safely collected there by Lavalawa. And the Dragons, what can they do here? Can they get out of this? As Tara Sloan with the ball, the fullback there for the Dragons. He's had a few good, decent carries there. And second tackle set here. And here, Fangai there, coming out from the wing. And his tackle there makes about 200 meters in that exchange. Third tackle set here, Dragons off to Moses Suli, who's been heated. And he's just going to take the ball up there, making about 8 meters in that carry. Sullivan now, Dragons on the front foot here. What can they do for Josh Kerr? Josh Kerr running, and he makes about 12 meters, and that includes going over the halfway line here, about midway on the field. Bit of a confusion happening here. What on earth is going on there? Anyway, gee, was a bit of hot potato as Armoni goes to the ball. Cut out pass off to Fangai. Fangai looking around, he goes for a darting kick, and we got sensations there, but unfortunately not to be there, Wobblin Jaw.
Oh, Cody Nikarima takes it inside his own 30. Looking for a quick play the ball, and he gets it. Ball goes out left towards Tessie Nu, and Tessie Nu is going to be tackled on his own 30-meter line. Second tackle, midfield. Ball comes left, finds Ewan Aitken. Aitken running back to go forward, makes no meters at all, unfortunately. But Jeremy Marshall-King darts out a dummy half, makes a further 10 meters. Oh, but a wayward pass. Ravalawa knocks the ball on. That's going to be another set to the Dolphins, surely.
Yeah, it appears to be the case there. That was a very unlucky pass there, but obviously an unlucky catch too by Ravalawa. 4 minutes ago, you wouldn't put it past the Dolphins to score a try here, Wobblin, would you?
No, not at all, mate. No, not at all. It just a bit of fatigue coming into the Dolphins. They just a couple of minutes ago, they worked a play for Jermaine Azarko, but Nikarima and Azarko was the timing that was out, and Azarko was just not deep enough as well. And just on that occasion, just a bit of fatigue from Jeremy Marshall-King and a lack of communication to Ewan Aitken and Isaiah Katoa as well. So they just need to just get a little bit more crisp in attack to the Dolphins just over the past couple of minutes. And the ball from the scrum goes out right to Brinko Lee, who breaks a tackle and knocks the ball on straight away from the first tackle. Oh, man, it probably is humid up in Redcliffe at the moment, but they just need to calm down, man, and get some of that magic stick spray on their fingers, bro.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, hang on. Oh, yeah. that didn't look like he dropped it initially. I mean, anyway, I'm going to see that replay again. Maybe I'm just seeing things there. Maybe I'm a bit fatigued as well myself. So here we go. The scrum's about to pack here. The Dragons, decent opportunity there for him to score a try, I reckon. Jack DeBellin, though, still out in the bin.
Got to see more from Lomax, Ravalawa, and Sullivan, mate.
Yeah, absolutely. And here we go. 2:36 to go here. The Dragons play the ball. And again, Lomax is going to rush things through here. Sorry, DeBellin. Over on the halfway line, exactly. Going out left this time here for the hands of Armoni. And an inside ball here off to Jack Bird, who's fending and running, stepping as well. Good low tackle there from the Dolphins. Liddell going out left this time here. No, he opts to run with the ball in hand. He's a bit of a gap here. And Liddell's looking around left, right, center. A big booming clash. Tackle here, but he's still up with the ball. And he still offloads it off to Josh Kerr. Josh Kerr offloads it off to Armoni. Armoni the ball in hand.
Oh!
Jack Bird could not hold the ball there on that occasion. It was all frantic stuff there, Wobblin, but unfortunately, it just wasn't meant to be. There was just such a good run there from Liddell, who looked like it seemed to have all the time in the world there.
Yeah.
Gee whiz. And, good pass off to Kerr. And then Kerr off to Armoni. And then, unfortunately, just hits the chest there of Jack Bird. What could have been a sensational try there, Wobblin.
But because Cody Nikorima got in the way of one of those passes, mate, it's deemed advantage wasn't taken by the Dragons. And the Dragons are going to have a full set of 6 here from 10 meters out.
Here we go. Will they get the last say as they feed the scrum in here about midway on the field here? And again, a big barnstorming Josh Kerr. Here we go now. Exactly a minute to go. Liddell goes up left here to DeBellin. DeBellin with the ball. Scoots around and a set restart as well. The ref's calling for Adam G. And about centimeters out from the try line here. Liddell, big quick pass.
Oh, my goodness.
Similar to the Nichols try there. Wobblin, a big gap and just a smart little ball through. Nobody there to answer that one there. And the Dragons are on the board again. 30 seconds to go there, Wobblin. Far out.
Oh, Anthony Milford. They have thrown a bit of footy that way down Anthony Milford's edge, and it's come up trumps on both occasions for Jack Bird and now Toby Couchman, who scores his second try in the NRL. And I'm with you. You said it about 10, 15 minutes ago, Couchman's not a bad player. I like him too from what I've seen so far as well, mate. It feels like the scoreline should be bloody 30 points to 6 or 24 points to 6 going in at halftime. But the Dragons, while they did leak a try almost immediately when Jack DeBellin got sent to the sin bin, they did sort of survive that period without Jack DeBellin, because the Dolphins just weren't crisp enough in attack. They fatigued and lacked a little bit of that polish that they otherwise would have had with the likes of Felice Kafusi, Hamiso Tabuai-Fidow, and Tom Gilbert, bro. And it's 18 points to 12. Could have been 18 points to 14 if Zach Lomax scored that conversion. But it's still inside a converted try at halftime. We got a close game, dude.
We absolutely do. And again, ladies and gentlemen, just quickly join us as well. Sorry, they won't join. Join us there for the halftime chat as we talk about our thoughts and, just our general thoughts on the game. But it is a very tight game here. Here we go. There you go. Dolphins 18, Dragons 12. Living up to the hype of this game here. I really like what I've seen from both teams, to be fair with you. I think the Dolphins have had more chances, but it just seems like the Dragons are just hanging on. They're going down. They're not going down without a fight. So again, obviously, as you saw there, DeBellin getting carded too probably didn't help him there. But like you said, Wobblin, I think the scoreline should have been a bit more than what it is, to be fair, in favor of the Dolphins.
Oh, absolutely, mate. You want to go into the stats for that first half?
Yeah, absolutely. Yep.
All right then. So the possession count, unless if it changes over the next minute or so, as NRL.com updates it all, it's going to be 56% of possession has gone in the way of the Dolphins, and that does indeed make sense. Completion rates aren't bad from either side. It's been stop-start mainly because of A, the Dragons' poor discipline, but B, Adam G. I mean, the scoreline is 18-12 Dolphins over the Dragons, but I reckon Adam G has got more points than all of them combined, mate. He's just been hogging the spotlight that entire freaking first half, just quietly, man. It's 17 completed sets out of 21 for the Dolphins at 80%, 11 out of 14 for the Dragons. So completion rates, not bad, but I do feel the Dolphins did lack a bit of finesse, a little bit of polish with about 10 minutes to go in that first half. Post-contact meters, the Dragons are just on top of. Line breaks are exactly the same at 3. Tackle breaks, the Dragons have the advantage at. And a big stat that goes in the way of the Dolphins is the kick return meters, 112 to just 57 for the Dragons. So the kicking game has been good from the Dolphins, and the kick return from the back three of the Dolphins has been pretty damn bloody good. Offloads 9-4 in favor of the Dragons, and going further down, the kicking meters. While the Dolphins have got a lot more kick return meters, it's the Dragons that have kicked for 300 meters for 145 for the Dolphins. And that's a credit to the Dolphins defense that when they've been able to pin them down inside their own 40-meter zone, they've done well. And you and I spoke about that in bits and pieces in that first half, that the Dragons weren't able to make more than 30 meters a set, maybe on 3 occasions inside the first 40 minutes, man. Missed tackles, it's 17-10, not in favor of the Dolphins. Penalties conceded, it's 5-3, not in favor of the Dragons. And we obviously had that one sin bin, and only 2 interchanges have been used so far. So when the Dolphins execute their kick well, and they're able to pin them down, try and pin the Dragons inside their own 40, they're actually achieving it, bro. But when the Dragons get a sniff, they've looked pretty deadly. And I've got to give her up to Talatau Amone. While he was fended off easily by Anthony Milford to lick the Dolphins' third try, I think Talatau Amone has actually been pretty deadly for the Dragons in the red zone attack.
Yeah, absolutely has been there, Wobblin. I'll also sort of mention too, obviously the other side as well. Just very happy of how Milford's been playing too. It seems like it's been a battle of the. Give me 2 seconds there. Apologies. The battle of the 5'8". Normally we like to see the battle of the halfbacks, but it truly has been the battle of the 5'8". They'll be taking the charge, the lead in this game here, which has been good to see. But like you said, I will actually just touch on this as well. The Dragons, as you mentioned before, they have only used 2 of the interchange men, right? So we still have Mabier as well as Jaden Hunt to come out. But on the other side, you got the beast there, Valence Tefare, who is yet to be unlocked. We've yet to release the beast. So the Dolphins, apologies, to release the beast. So we're just waiting to see where he may sort of play coming to the second half here. But again, for yourself here, Wobblin Joe, who has impressed you for the Dolphins? If you can name a few players, and I'll do the same for the Dragons.
Yeah, Ewan Aitken got very busy very quickly to start off the game, and I don't think there's any doubt in anybody's mind that the best player on the field in that first half was Jeremy Marshall-King. It says here that there's only 3 runs to his name for a total of 48 meters. Surely he's got about 6 runs to his name, and he has cracked over that half a century for running meters. So 3 runs for 48 meters inside that first half. Feels like he's done more than that. And for his tackles made, man, Jeremy Marshall-King, he's made 20 and not missed a single one. He's also got a try assist to his name as well. I don't think there's any doubt in anybody's mind that Jeremy Marshall-King has been the best player on the paddock.
Yeah, well, look, it's ironic you mentioned Jeremy Marshall-King, because for the Dragons, I think anyway, Jacob Liddell, the opposite hooker, has been their best player. Obviously, you got the likes of perhaps Amon, as you've touched on too, but just get a load of this as well with his stats. So Jacob Liddell has had about 2 runs, but he's made 69 meters, obviously them pertaining to 2 line breaks as well, which is there. 1 line break assist, 1 try assist as well as 4 tackle breaks. It's the battle of the hookers and the battle of the 5'8" here. This is something I didn't think I would have been seeing in this game here.
No.
Again, what I suppose, in your opinion, has been probably like one of the weaknesses for the Dolphins, and I'll do the same for the Dragons.
Yeah, unfortunately, well, Milford, attacking wise is having a good game. Both those Dragons tries have come pretty much by and large down his edge, down his laneway, mate. So the red zone attack, the red zone defense of the Dolphins, a bit feeble, mate. A bit feeble, and it's pretty much full strength as well when you think about it too. Like Tom Gilbert defends on the left edge, but it's that right edge defense of the Dolphins inside the red zone that has unfortunately looked pretty feeble. And I just, again, the final 5 or 10 minutes of that first half, you just saw that Dolphins began to fatigue a little bit. But you mentioned the big beast before, Valence Savare. He's going to come on with about 15 minutes to go and absolutely go berserk on this Dragons outfit. I really hope he gets at least 15 minutes tonight, man.
Yeah, no, for sure. It'll be actually good. I do see him coming out, hopefully. Yeah, that's right. As to when, we'll see. I guess for mine, the weaknesses I picked up for the Dragons, obviously they've scored a few tries, but I think for me it's been when they've been on their own territory trying to cart the ball forward. It's actually been very, very poor. I don't think they have any answers there offensively. Granted, I think there was probably one decent run, before even making a break onto their halfway line. But I still think for me, the Dragons, when they've been tied up, when they've been boxed in by the Dolphins, the Dragons haven't been able to do much. And that's been something that I'm worried about heading into the second half too, honestly. If the Dolphins can continue to pressure them and force them to make errors or all that stuff there, I don't think the Dragons will, I think for mine anyway, just aren't not enough grunt in their running, from their own half anyway, in my opinion. Wobblin, George, did you want to say something? Apologies.
No, thank you, man. I was just going to say, man, the Dragons started that game, first 10, 15 minutes went by, and inside their own territory, they shifted the ball out right towards Isaiah Katoa, and they went away from it in midway through that first half, man. And it was really positive play. And as you were sort of alluding to there, they straightened things up a little bit too much in that second half of the first half. And they were very basic, and they were wrapped up very nicely and neatly by the Dolphins defense that did limit their running meters out of their own territory. So they need to get back to what they were doing already inside that first 10, 15 minutes of play, where they were shifting the ball out to the right. And Zach Lomax, Jaden Sullivan, they're both on that right edge attacking wise for the Dragons. Jaden Sullivan, this is one of his biggest opportunities to take the spotlight and impress upon everybody how talented he is. I don't think he's done nearly enough. I don't think he's done almost anything at all inside that first half, unfortunately. So Jaden Sullivan, for all the raps and hype he's got about how good he is in an attacking sense, I don't think he's done anything tonight, mate.
No, it just hasn't been as night there. But in saying it, though, as we all know, Wobblin Jaw, there's still a second half, so we could possibly be seeing something there. Look, this is the Dolphins versus Dragons, but I'm just going to quickly change this and just let me know, Wobblin Jaw, if you don't talk about it, because you may be talking about it down, the coming days or something. State of Origin. Origin. What are your thoughts on it, and who do you have tipped? And I just quickly as well, hold the ball, be in Adelaide. I'll be in Adelaide. I'm actually doing a full day trip there. I'm actually going to go there at around 11 or 12, right, p.m. Going to go there, enjoy the festivities, whatnot, and then after the game, I'm heading back to Port Augusta, ready for work on Thursday morning. So that's my plan there. But what are your thoughts on the game?
Good luck with that, mate. Holy struth. So you are going. I thought you weren't going, bro.
No,
but that's awesome.
Right. We had a yarn about it, and I was leaning on no because of work, but I thought, you know what? It's in my backyard. So I can't. Yeah, I just got to be there. I'm gonna be there.
No,
so
well, the NRL is saying thank you, mate, because apparently they can't sell the joint out, unfortunately. So you buying a ticket, they're going, thank you very much. We needed you. Yeah, Adelaide Oval. The last time Adelaide hosted State of Origin, Cameron Munster had, honest to goodness, one of the most impressive individual performances I've ever seen from anyone. He was outstanding. So I've got that in the back of my mind, and I hope he can replicate it, not because I go for Queensland. He was so good that night. I think there's a little bit more strike in the New South Wales side than what there is Queensland, but I think the forward pack. I think New South Wales probably even just have the edge over Queensland in the forward pack as well, bro. But then again, Harry Grant's coming off the bench for Queensland, and we know how well he can go when he comes off the bench with the combination that he's got with Ben Hunt. I've got to give the edge to New South Wales. But look, to be honest with you, I'm going to tip New South Wales. But a state of origin, man, it's 3 games a year that comes around where it's probably the best games of rugby league anybody can watch. But I don't really have a flag on either side of the fence, to be honest with you, bro. Like, it's just an awesome 3 matches that we see every season. But I don't have a jersey. I don't have a flag on either side of the fence, to be honest with you. But it's going to be a cracking game, man. I can't wait to see what sort of absolute mischief that Tavita Pangai Jr. Comes up with on Wednesday night, mate. That's going to be so fun to see how wild he goes on Wednesday.
Well, you got Bangai Jr. and then you got Flegler on the other end, so we all know that's going to be fireworks there.
Surely.
Look, for me, obviously, it's great to be there. A lot of people regard as the pinnacle of rugby league. For myself, I think it's important for all of us to go there because obviously these expansion talks, that's not to say we'll be the 18th team at all, but obviously it's important for us to go there. Now, given that it's about 41 to 45,000 tickets sold in a 50,000, I think 53,000 capacity stadium, it's not too bad, especially the weather. Forecast next week is actually going to be cloudy, if not raining. Mm-hmm. So if we even get 40-odd thousand rock up to that, that's not bad. Now, obviously, like I said before, and I need to state its importance. It's important because of the fact these are the expansion stuff, and I know there's a few people there in South Australia, more than we think actually, who are actually really hoping that this can somewhat be the start of something special. Hopefully, if the NRL can notice us, it all starts with, I suppose. Sorry, Wobblin jaw, as I just wobble my jaw.
No, go ahead.
But it all starts with not just state of origin, but fingers crossed. Obviously, it's been announced apparently. Games in Las Vegas. How about some games in Adelaide? How about some NRL games in Adelaide? Give us 1 game, just something to start us off, to just keep that train in motion there. But again, like I said, hanging into this is good. It's important. But these a few of us going there with a clear message. It's not just about watching State of Origin, which, yes, obviously, and go the Blues, I might add. But it's actually about trying to let the NRL know, the stakeholders know, that we do want a team and we can have a team there. And Adelaide is a great place to be. I've said this before and I'll say it again. Geographically, LA is probably the perfect place to be in regards to being in the middle of everywhere there. Sorry, as the teams come out there, Wobblin jaw. But I just thought I'll just say that there. I'm looking forward to State of Origin, but there's definitely a bigger message behind it all there, Wobblin jaw. I thought I might add.
I can feel the passion coming through me television sets, mate, through me screen. I can feel it from you, bro. But you guys down in South Australia have got yourselves less than a week to sell at least 8,000 more tickets, mate. Because if you don't, if they don't, you guys will be right down the pecking order. So I absolutely love the sentiments that you've brought forward there, mate. Look, if we had another 5 or 10 minutes to talk about what you just touched on there in Las Vegas, I'd be opening up the gates of hell right now, but I can't do that because the Dolphins are making their way down the tunnel themselves, bro. I'm still gonna tip the Dolphins here, mate. I am still very wary about if the Dragons do, because the Dolphins had 56% of possession in that first half. We know that can swing around as well every single game in the second half. So the Dragons have the opportunity, and if they are able to score very quickly, mate, obviously, it's an interesting game. It's an interesting half we've got coming up, but I'm still going to stick with me tip of the Dolphins.
Yeah, look, I agree. I took the Dolphins too. Whoever scores next, though, is going to be vital, in my opinion. But I think if Dolphins score the way they're going, probably feel a little bit more confident. But in saying that, we'll have to wait and see what this has in store for us here as the Dragons prep to kick off here, Wobblin jaw.
Alrighty, so the Dolphins are going to receive the ball from kickoff, and the boys from Redcliffe are going to be running left to right of screen, and under the high ball is Katoa, and here was Jesse Bromwich to take the first hit up of the second half, being stopped on his own 15-meter line on the far left edge. The ball comes in right towards Connolly Lemuelu, who's only able to make about a 5-meter run there, being stopped just a bit beyond his own 20-meter line. Second tackle, ball continues to go out right to Mark Nichols, and Mark Nichols makes a good run towards the 30. Third tackle, Marshall King goes right, finds Bromwich. Bromwich makes a good 10 to 12-meter carry there. Fourth tackle, just shy of halfway. And here is Mason Teague with a good 8-meter carry. So they've made 50 meters on their first set, the Dolphins. And on the last tackle, it's Anthony Milford that puts it high and drives it downfield.
And here we go, and a nice collection there from Sloan there. And he's just going to try and have a bit of a carry there. Bot is tackled well there, based about 10, I think about 8 odd meters, sorry. First tackle set here, you have Amone going out right here. Looks like a fair guy there with the ball in hand. And he's just going to get tackled, makes about 5 odd meters in that exchange. Off to Liddell, and off to Ravalawa, who's a bit quiet in the first half. Had to wait and see what the Fijian magician brings us to us here in the second. And Liddell there with the ball in hand. Goes out. Oh, here we go, Wobblin jaw. Penalty.
The Fijian magician.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it.
He had some tricks there.
Well, he earned a penalty. He earned a penalty.
There you go.
There you go.
Abracadabra. As Lomax plays the ball now, goes up left head to Liddell, and it looks like there's a bit of an attack here through Jaden Sullivan. And here we go. Jack Bird with the ball, shovels off Milford. And now the Dragons over the halfway line here. First tackle set here. Liddell goes up for a scooting run. Passes off to Armone. Armone is not tackled yet there. No, he is. Off to Moses Sully's just going to do what he does best. Runs it up the guts there. And he chews off about a good odd, probably 20 odd meters in that carry. Now the Dolphins about 15 odd meters out from their try line here. Liddell looking around, asking for a penalty. Goes out right this time off to Liddell. Liddell to DeBellin, but he's tackled there. Now Little goes out left this time here, off to Armone. Armone the ball, swooping pass off to Bird. Bit of an illusion play there, but well tackled there by the Dolphins. Fifth and last, 5 meters out. What's Little going to do? Goes out left this time here, off to Armone. Armone with darting kick, collected there. Oh, the footwork, bro. The footwork.
I know. Oh, you did. You caught. Did you catch your breath there for a second too, man? Oh.
No, that was all go, go, go. There you go. And good. Look, the Dragons. Here we go. The up the tempo in the second half. They're well enjoyed. They're not here to muck around. Gee whiz, had to wait and see what do the Dolphins do off the dropout. Goal dropout.
Come on, just belt it.
Here we go. There we go. Big kick there from Katoa. And again, big run up here. And it's going to be Josh Kerr. And he's looking for an offload just briefly for a second there, but he gets tackled. Little goes out right. Off to Sullivan. Sullivan, big ball, but Kauschman is absolutely swallowed up there by the Finns. Second tackle set here. About 35 odd meters off to Sloan inside ball. Off to Lomax there, and he's going to try and crawl like he's under a tunnel there, Wobbenjaw. And the ref says, get back, get back. Oh, no, he's going to say tackle. Okay, whatever. Okay, here we go. Lomax with the ball in hand. He's just fending and running at the same time, and he also carried someone there too for good measure. Fifth and last here. About 10 minutes out here with the ball in hand. Sullivan, what's he going to do? Gives it a darting kick. Collected by Nichols.
Did that come off Lemuelu at any stage? It looks like it did, but we play on anyway. Tessie New now out of this 10-meter zone. A good carry, a good 10-meter run there by Tessie New to be stopped on his own 20. And through Jermaine Azarko, they will play the ball. Third tackle on the 30-meter line. That's a great couple of carries by the Dolphins. And through Brenko Lee, another further 10 meters has been achieved. Fourth tackle now, midfield, 40-meter line, and through Mason Teague on the far left edge of the paddock, they make it to halfway. So they got out of trouble kind of easily just then, did the Dolphins. And through Anthony Milford, he puts up a nice, beautiful spiraling kick, taken well there by Fangai.
There we go. And here I am here, Wobbenjaw, battling two things at the same time as well. But that's okay. We'll get there when you commentate. So Moses Sully with the ball. carries it forward and he steams ahead. Sorry for not reading the comments there, ladies and gentlemen. I'll get back to them as soon as possible. Taro Sloan off dummy half and he scoots. But a good old 10 metres in that carry. Dragons on the ball. About 8 metres out from the halfway line here. Little off to, that appears to be, I believe that's Molo there. Francis Molo. And he has a good run there. About 10 odd metres in that carry there. Dragons with the ball in hand, going out right this time here. Through the hands here of Sullivan, tries to dart and he scoots. He just about makes it through there, but a half break, but unfortunately not to be. Goes out right here through Liddell. What's happening? Ben Murdoch probably not the play there for the Dragons. Not to be. Oh.
They didn't know it was last tackle, and Ben Murdoch-Masila took a hit up down the short side, man. Holy crap. So Tessie New will be stopped on his own 20-metre line, thereabouts. Aitken now, another hit up. He had about 10 carries inside that first half. He was pretty good. The 30-metre line, now play the ball. Jerry Marshall-King passes right, infield towards Jesse Bromwich, and he's going to be stopped on his own 40-metre line. Bromwich nearly lost control, plays the ball. Ball goes out left towards Mark Nichols, but met solidly very quickly there by the Dragons, only able to make about 6 metres. Fourth tackle, ball comes back right infield to Milford. Bromwich steps off his right, and it is met there by Jack Bird. But they're inside Dragons territory now, about a 10-metre gain there, and Anthony Milford from the Dragons 40 line puts it high up in the air towards Ravalawa, and he's taken it well.
Good take and collect there, and he's still running there, the big fella. But again, a one-arm drag there from Ewan Aitken stops that. Now, here we go. Sullivan out to Apologies, Lomax there with the ball in hand. And here we go. We got a big darting run here through Fangai, but not shut down quickly, though, as Little goes out left this time here. Off to Jack Bird. Jack Bird with the ball in hand. And Little's going to go out right this time. You know he's not. He's going to go scoot through the middle, and he fools everyone there. Makes about 15-odd metres in that carry. Fifth and last there for the Dragon. Go out right this time here. Off to a big kick here from Sullivan. Here you go, Wobble. Give me 2 seconds, Wobble. I'll be right back.
Yeah, no worries, mate. And all right, so we've got ourselves Tessie New with the ball in hand. He will play the ball on his own 20. About 8 minutes has gone by in this second half, and it still remains 18 points to 12. Second tackle, Aitken plays the ball just shy of his own 30. Here's Brenko Lee now with a good, solid hit and carry on Moses Sully. Dart at a dummy half a little bit by Cody Nikarima to the left, but he just shifts it off to Mark Nichols, and he's stopped just shy of the halfway line. Fourth tackle, play the ball. Just a bit of a chess match here at the moment, an arm wrestle, but Katoa passes out left to Connolly Lemuelu, and he's going to be stopped just shy of the 40-metre line inside Dragons territory. And Anthony Milford had a bit to run there, was able to run a fair bit, puts a kick down towards Matt Fangai, and is met well by Jermaine Zarko. Their kicking game's going all right. He is the Dolphins, and the Dolphins are not letting Moses Sully out of his own 10-metre zone. It's second tackle now, and Matt Fangai has another carry and is able to make about 5 or so metres. The Dragons are running right to left, and through Zach Lomax, the Dragons are now up on the 13-metre line. So that's a really good 15-metre carry there by Zach Lomax. Fourth tackle, Little goes right, finds Couchman, and he makes a good 8-metre or so run on his own 40. He is stopped. Last tackle now, and Little passes right to Jaden Sullivan, and Sullivan drives it down, and it's Cody Nikarima who takes it inside his own 10-metre zone. And Cody Nikarima takes it. Whoa, he's able to find a bit of space in the Dragons' defensive line, breaks him on the 20-metre line. He's made 20 or so metres. He passes right to Kenny Bromwich. Kenny Bromwich is now going to be stopped. First tackle inside Dragons territory. Oh, massive effort by Cody Nikarima. Anthony Milford is stopping, weaving, and he's going to be stopped by Jack DeBellin inside his own 40. Just a couple of metres gained there, unfortunately, on that carry. And through Jesse Bromwich, he makes about 15 metres. 30 metres out now. Darted a dummy off to the left by Jeremy Marshall-King, but passes it to Teague. Katoa now with the ball. Connolly Lemuelu, they're all of a sudden 13 metres out from the try line are the Dolphins. Fourth tackle, the ball comes right infield to Katoa. Katoa finds Milford. He finds Kenny Bromwich. A quick pass to Brenko Lee. Brenko Lee pops it off to Jermaine Azarko, and Azarko gets a double in his 100th game of first grade. That from the Dragons defensively was swear word, expletive, bleep right here, hold the ball for Cody Nikorima to just break him on his own 10 or 20 meter line. Really poor defense and kick chase defense by the Dragons.
Yeah, absolutely. And just quickly as well, thank you, Wobblin, for holding the fort whilst I was away. Apologies for that. But yeah, a good try there from the Dolphins, Wobblin. Can you hear me just to clarify?
I can, mate. You're coming in smooth as well,
Cool,
bro.
cool.
There was just no need for Matt Feagai to come rushing in off of his wing when he had his teammates inside of him who had it all worked out. If he just stayed on his man, did Matt Feagai, he would have wrapped up Jermaine Azarko. But he came in, left way too much space for Jermaine Azarko to sprint 10, 15 meters down towards the try line. Yeah, that's unfortunately for a player that I quite like, Matt Feagai, that's poor defense, but that's not the worst defense that happened in that set, unfortunately, for the Dragons.
No, not at all there. But again, Brenko Lee's going to sniff that out there, and that's exactly what he did there. As soon as he saw the drawn pass opportunity, that's what he went for there. But as you touched on before there, Wobblin, Jermaine Isako, they're scoring a second try of his on his 100th, and he kicks the ball and he slots it in as well. So here we go, 24 points to 12. Wobblin, and again, thank you for taking over me as well. Apologies for that.
That's all right. So to start the game, Jermaine Isako was 1 point in front of Latrell Mitchell with 120 points to his name after the first 12 rounds of NRL. And he scored himself 2 converted tries tonight and scored a further 2 more conversions. So that's on the fly, 16 points. So he now finds himself 17 points in the lead of the point scoring Dally M board at the moment. So he's having himself a huge night out, is Jermaine Azarko. And Katoa catches the ball after the resumption of play, and Jesse Bromwich has the hit up and will be stopped just a few meters shy of the 20-meter line. First tackle, they're on the far left edge. Ball comes right midfield to Connolly Lemuelu, who runs it straight, hard and direct, being tackled on his own 25. The ball goes to Ray Stone. Ray Stone able to make about 8 meters on that carry. Third tackle now, inside their own 40. Ball goes back left. Katoa takes the ball himself. He hits the ball up. Well done. Fourth tackle now. 12 minutes gone inside this first half. It's 24-12. The ball goes right towards Mason Teague. And Mason Teague, nice carry. Nice carry. Jeremy Marshall-King waits a dummy half, passes right to Milford, and Milford kicks it down towards Matt Feagai again.
Yep, there we go. And Feagai collects the ball there. And again, the Dragons the ball here. Apologies there, Wobblin. Things are happening on this device of mine, but that's okay. We'll manage. And Sloan there is tackled. Just let me know if we're in sync. If not, I'll sync up to you there. Lavalau there with the ball, and he's going to take about 5 odd meters down that carry there. The Fijian magician, as I like to call him there, and at the battle of the ball, slipped past there from Little. And it looks like the Dragons have, again, just one of those worrying signs I spoke about beforehand there, Wobblin, just not enough to get out their own half there. Fifth and last, 17 meters gained only. And Jaden Summers going to run, and he made more run meters there than they did in the attacking set there, Wobblin.
Yeah, he's able to find the grass on the bounce, but Nikorima positioned himself well, and he will be tackled on his own 35-meter line. We're in sync, mate. The ball goes out right to Tessie New, and Tessie New is able to eventually make an 8 or maybe even 9-meter carry. Second tackle, 5 short of the halfway. Uenakan darts at a dummy off to the left-hand side and is stopped 5 meters over the halfway line. They're inside Dragons territory. Again here are the Dolphins, and Jared Wallace now a good 10, maybe 15-meter run. Fourth tackle now. They're about 32 meters from the try line. The ball goes out right. Milford cut out pass to Brenko Lee. Brenko Lee wrestles with Moses Sully, but is tackled on the Dragons 20-meter line. Last tackle here, and the ball's in the hands of Milford. He puts a low kick, territory-finding kick, and Ravalawa through his strength makes it back to his own 10. That's great stuff by Ravalawa, the magician.
There we go. And Lomax there follows suit as well, as he usually does with the ball in hand, carries it forward. We have Sullivan here going out right this time, left this time. Apologies, off to Sloan. Gee, was Sloan probably not the best person to be carting the ball up there in the third tackle set there, as he gets dragged back more meters than he's made. And again, then we have Moller there with the ball, and that's Francis Moller there, and he gets tackled. No, Michael Moller, apologies. I'm on the ball now. The Dragons going out left this time here, but...
Ooh.
Yeah, big hit there on Bird. And going out right this time here through Liddell. Fifth tackle set here. Apologies. I'm on the ball. Just kicks it all the way down there the throat of the Dolphins.
Finds the grass. Bounces twice. Nicarima catches it. Passes left to Tessie New. Tessie New gets up over his 30-meter line, and another set starts on their own 35-meter line. So 15 minutes gone in the second half, and it's 24-12. The ball's in the hands of Jermaine Zarko. He breaks the guts. He breaks the defensive line. Passes left to Jeremy Marshall King. Marshall King looking, it's an obstruction. Or no, it's Jeremy Marshall King received the pass from an offside position. Oh, man, that's unlucky, man. But the Dragons' defense, mate, paper thin. Absolutely paper thin in the middle.
I'll tell you what, though, for the Dragons, you'll be loving that. But, they were all over the place at the Dragons defensively. Good break there from Isako we see on the replay. What? Oh, was Jeremy Marshall King in front of Isako? Is that the ruling there?
Jeremy Marshall King received the ball from the play the ball, darted out of dummy half, and... sorry. It was Jermaine Zarko that got the ball from the play the ball, and Jeremy Marshall King hadn't made it back behind the play the ball, if that makes sense.
Yeah, gotcha. Thank you. And now the Dragons in the front foot, just like that, about 30 meters out here, and they're just trying to run some set plays here through Ben Murdoch, Masila. Again, this is a good place to be here as Little goes out left here up to the captain here. Oh, my goodness me. That was a lot of vigor and absolute physicality there by Milford on Armone, far out. And again, Model there with the ball. He's going to cut up forward. Little looking left, right, center. Where does he go? Goes out right here off to Sullivan. Sullivan opposite dummy, and he goes for a fend. Gee whiz, that ball scooted nowhere. Lomax with the ball, and he's just going to take the dive basically here. Fourth tackle set here. Ravalawa goes out left this time. Off to Sullivan. Sullivan with the ball here. Off to Michael Moro. Michael Moro is going to try and attract a few defenders, and he tries to burrow his way through, but he's tackled about 5 meters out here. 17 meters gained the exchange. Little going out right this time here. Off to Sullivan. Sullivan with the darting kick.
Oh, poor kick.
Katoa.
Poor kick, man. If you're in that situation and you got Zach Lomax pretty much marking up on Brenko Lee and Tessie New, don't you have Zach Lomax jump high up in the air to either catch it or bat the ball back in that sort of situation? And that's at least what I'd be bloody well doing anyway. But third tackle now, and the Dolphins, through Jermaine Zarko, just fighting for every centimeter at the moment. Will play the ball just shy of the 40-meter line. Herman SASA able to make about 6 or so meters on that carry. Fourth tackle, just beyond their own 40. Jared Wallace now will play the ball midfield, right on halfway, looking for a play the ball, and through Katoa. Katoa puts it high up in the air, mate.
Here we go. Ravalawa right under that one there. Oh, and he knocks it on, Wobblin, draw.
Oh, no, Ravalawa. Oh, wow. What a fast reaction from Ravalawa. Fresh set of 6 here. Tackle 0 on the far left edge. The ball's coming all the way infield. Katoa now shrugs off an attempted tackle from Jack Bird. Passes right to Kenny Bromwich. A bouncing pass, but he's wrapped up there. First tackle now. The ball continues to go down the short side. Brenko Lee's got the ball. Goes forward himself. Zarko looking for a hat trick in his 100th. Zarko passes left from dummy half. At second tackle, Milford. Herman SASA bounces Michael Molo off. Third tackle, they're inside the 10 meters. Jerry Marshall King goes left. Milford, Katoa runs a bit, stops. Cut out pass to Tessie New, and he's able to shrug an attempted effort by Ravalawa. Oh, that looks like a good pass, good play. Aitken passes right of the rut, finds Katoa. He finds Jared Wallace. Jared Wallace might be looking for the offload, but he just takes the tackle. What are they going to do here? They're 10 meters out, left of the goal post a little bit. They continue to go left. Milford, grab a kick, in for Connolly Lemuelu, and I don't know what the referee's going to rule here. I don't know. It was like a simultaneous touch. I think it's going to be a goal line dropout unless if the bug has something to say about it.
I reckon that's the way they're going to rule. I reckon it'll be a goal line dropout. Dolphins ball. Good attacking set there from the Dolphins, but again, the Dragons through that Ravalawa. Oh, hang on. Replay there shows otherwise, I think. Nope. Apologies.
4, 3, 2, 1. No, okay. So with half a second remaining, they've changed their mind. All righty. Yep. Take over. Hold the ball, mate.
With 21 minutes exactly to go. On the replay there, you can see it does come off. It looks like it bounces off Le Model there. Anyway, we have Francis Model there carting the ball forward. Again, 7 tackle set. You got to make the most of it here, Dragons. Let's see what you can do here. Little going out left this time here, off to Michael Model there with the ball after his brother. And again, what can the Dragons do? Passing out to the captain here in DeBellin. DeBellin's going to make about good odd 10 odd meters in that carry there. Wasn't a bad run. And about 5 meters up from the halfway line here. What's Little going to do? Goes out left this time here, off to on an inside ball, off to Michael Molo. And he makes about a good odd 8 meters in that exchange here. Third tackle set here. And Little goes out right here. Here we go. Sullivan off to a barnstorming Burn Murdoch, Marcilla. And the legs are pumping. And he gets over the 30-meter line here. Here we go. Dragons with the ball in hand. Fourth tackle set here. Sullivan goes for a darting kick. Wobblin, what's going to happen?
Oh, Cody Nicarima just had enough pace to gather in the ball before Tyrell Sloan was able to get to it. Tyrell Sloan, in trying to tackle Cody Nicarima, has clipped him up high. And for the past 2 minutes, hold the ball. All I can think about is big beast Valence Tavare. I want to see him on the paddock right now, man, because this Dragons defense would fold like a friggin' wet napkin with him running towards him, man.
Absolutely agree with you there, but there, Wobblin, you just see the replay. A nasty collect there from Sloan on Nicarima's face there. But I agree with you. Bring the beast. Bring Tafati onto the field.
And through a quick tap, Brenko Lee makes 10 meters, being stopped just shy of the halfway line. Dada dummy off to the left by Jermaine Azako, and they're inside Dragons territory by 5 meters. Make that 8 meters now. Are the Dolphins. They're 42 meters out from the try line. The ball goes out left, cut out past to Ray Stone. And Ray Stone, just a settler there, about a 5-meter gain. Third tackle, midfield, inside the 40. Ball goes out left. Katoa, Nicarima, Aitken met solidly by ex-teammate Michaele Revalava. Remember, Aitken was an ex-Dragon years ago. Jeremy Marshall-King at dummy half, passes right, infield to Herman Essa. A good 10-meter carry here by Essa. Last tackle, Jeremy Marshall-King goes left. He finds Cody Nicarima. Nicarima short ball to Connolly Lemuelu. He might be looking for the offload. He should, but it's not going to happen. Last tackle dies inside the Dragons' 10-meter zone.
Absolutely, but just the amount of meters they're able to make. Now, here we go. The Dragons starting from a problematic place, in my opinion. Anyway, we see Ravalawa with the ball there. Ravalawa, apologies. And he gets carted back. Little goes out right here, off to Lomax here. And what's Lomax going to do? He tries to dart inwards, borrow his way through, but he's tackled. Makes about 5 odd meters here. Dragons, second tackle set here. Going up wide here, off to Armoni with the ball. Inside ball off to Jaden Hunt here. Coming off the bench. He offloads it off to Armoni. Armoni off to Moses inward here, and he runs and he fends. But he's tackled well there by the Dolphins. Desperate defense there. Bit of a second play there by Stone. But, unfortunately not able to get the set restart there. For the captain here, DeBellin, carting forward, hands out, guns out. And one by Connolly Lemuelu, where it matters the most. They wobble jaw.
Dolphins start their set on their own 40, and Ewan Aitken now makes a 5-meter run. Second tackle, they're on the far left edge. Dolphins running left to right of screen. Tessie Noon now makes a 5-meter carry, but is met quickly there by the Dragons defense. They've just done a little bit more in attack, haven't they? The Dragons over the past couple of minutes. They sense the situation they're in, and Jared Wallace able to make about an 8-meter gain there. Fourth tackle now. They're about 40 meters out from the Dragons try line. The ball goes out right to Anthony Milford, and he feigns to pass, but takes the tackle himself. Nice hit up there by Anthony Milford. 21 meters out. Jeremy Marshall-King goes left, and it bounces off the grass. Eminesa finds Katoa eventually. Katoa just puts in a kick, and Ravalawa takes it on the full in his own corner.
A good Superman dive at that as well there from Ravalawa, the Fijian magician. Here we go. Lomax now to carry things off for the Dragons. And again, the question has been all game for me. What can they do? How can they get out of their own line here? As we go the ball here, and the Fangai there tries to step his way through, but he's tackled. As you see Mabe there on screen. And Harmony of the ball goes up wide to Jaden Hunt. Jaden Hunt there, though, virtually stopped in his tracks. Tries to borrow his way through. Not to be, though. 2 meters made. Little going out right to Sullivan. Sloan. Sloan inside ball off here to Molo. But again, 28 meters made here. Little going out to Jaden Sullivan. He's just going to bite as much of the field as he can there, Bob and Joe.
And it bounces off the grass in front of Tessie New. Tessie New catches it. And again, maybe the fourth time in this half alone, they start a set on their own 35. Do the Dolphins. Dolphins passes right to Brenko Lee. And Brenko Lee not able to make more than 5 meters. He will be tackled on his own 40. Cody Nicarima passes left. He finds Jared Wallace, who's back there quickly. Great leadership shown by Wallace. And he will eventually play the ball. He will eventually play the ball. Couple of short of halfway. Ball goes out right to Ray Stone. Ray Stone makes about 10 meters or so. Fourth tackle now. The inside Dragons territory. Milford, fourth tackle, kicks it down towards Tyrell Sloan, who makes it harder than what it needed to be. But great defense there by Anthony Milford.
There we go, and here we go. Fang over the ball, and he's just going to cart it forward. I'll just say quickly, though, hesitation is sometimes the enemy there, and times there. Bob and George, just a question there for you, if you don't mind reading it. And Ravalawa cuts the ball up forward there, and the legs are still going there, Bob and George. Third tackle set. I'll leave it to you, man.
Can you guys see a Dragons versus Roosters style comeback brewing here? There is certainly enough time. They are doing a little bit more with ball in hand, but let's see what they do right now. Hold the ball.
Here we go. Moses Mabi again off the bench as well. What's he going to bring? He brings a vast amount of experience and obviously rep 40 under his belt here. Mabi, he's one of the key players to look at here as we're 15 minutes remaining in the second half. And again, a big pass here to Sullivan, who's, I'll tell you what, the Wobblin draw, his kicking game really hasn't been a hindrance. It hasn't really hindered the Dolphins. It's been very basic in my opinion.
Yeah. He's been able to eat the meters for kicks, but yeah, not a whole lot of dimension to it. Second tackle now. Aitken will play the ball pretty much on his own 30-meter line. Play the ball, comes out right towards Jermaine Azarko, and he's only able to make about 5 or so meters. Third tackle now. A little bit right of midfield and through Brenko Lee, a good 10-meter or so carry there by Brenko Lee. He will play the ball just a couple of meters shy of halfway. And here's Herman SASA to make a further 10 meters. Can he get the offload off? He's looking for it. In doing so, he's able to make a further 5 or so meters. Last tackle, 35 meters out. Milford puts it high towards Matt Fengai. Matt Fengai takes it well.
He does. And a safe thing to do is just drop as he collects the ball there. And again, here we go, going out left this time, off to Moses Soli, who's going to cart the ball up there, but seems to be a bit fatigued, I might add, as Sloan goes out right here to Fangai. Fangai is going to cart it forward, and he always does with a lot of heart and vigor. This Fangai, he's a very good player there in that regard. And here we go, Mabi over the ball. He's going to try step inward there, and he fends off Stone there, and he passes it off to Ben Murdoch, Marcelo with the ball, rampaging around, off to Mabi again, Mabi over the ball, off to Lomax. Lomax just starts again, and he gets tackled there, makes about 10 odd meters of that carry there, probably a bit too fast there, and again, dragging the front foot here through the captain here, over the halfway line, so I might add, Michael Bolo going to try and calm things down as he just takes the hit up here instead. Fifth tackle set here. We're going to go for a bit of a darting play and an attacking kick there from Sullivan with chasers behind as well.
Oh, and it's taken by Tessie New, but just on that fourth tackle by the Dragons, man, Jack DeBellin had 15 meters of space to run. He could have passed to anyone on his left, like, say, for example, Talatau Monet, but no one was running except for Michael Molo, and then Jack DeBellin just passes left to Michael Molo, and he just makes a further 5 meters from the place of where he got the pass from. So they needed to do more of that situation, man. They weren't running up with Jack DeBellin on that instance, as Cody Nicarima could be suffering cramp or a bit of a cop around the melon. I think the referee's called time off. I think it's cramp or something to do with his calf, mate.
It appears to be a cramp from what I can see there, just the way he runs and he sort of stalls.
Oh, I hope he hasn't done any damage, man, because he definitely stopped on his run and nobody went near him.
No, but I think it appears, look, I'm no physio, but it appears to be a calf thing there. But man, I'll tell you what, just whilst we're having a break here quickly, this has been a good game. But again, it just seems like the Dolphins have been able to edge out the Dragons. Again, there's still time, but I think they've been the better team. Apologies there, Wobblin.
No, you're right, man. They have certainly been the better team, but there's still time for the Dragons. That Tyrell Sloan, Zach Lomax, their X Factor players need to get involved so much more. They need to get involved right now. His last tackle, play the ball on the Dolphins' own 30, and Milford, a bit of a kick off the side of the boot, but it draws in Tyrell Sloan.
Here we go. And Tyrell Sloan here is looking around. He's going to pass it. No, he doesn't. He opts to take the tackle instead before fending off Stone. Who I might add has been fended off 2 times in the last 5 minutes, by the way. And again, plays the ball off to Sullivan. Goes up to big Ravalawa there with the ball in hand. And we all know he's just going to cut up forward with a strong run there. 5 meters gain. Lomax there, acting dummy half. Again, a big left pass here off to Josh Kerr. And he nearly makes a half break too, by the way, but he gets tackled. Dragging with the front foot here. Forward here is the bell and going out left this time here. Through, I'm not sure what happened there. Oh, Dragons knock on. Moses Sully pointing at the ref saying, no, it was the Dolphins, so we'll have to see what happens here, Wobblin Jaw.
Captain's challenge.
Captain's challenge, that's the answer. I reckon it's Dolphins ball. I think it's going to be a successful challenge there, Wobblin Jaw. I reckon it comes off a Dolphin player. Nope, it doesn't. Nope, it doesn't. It comes off Jaden Hunt.
Yeah, that wasn't the play there by Talatau and Monet, bro. It's so easy for me and you for us to sit here and go, that's wrong. And look, I apologize if anyone's offended by that, but Talatau and Monet had Tyrell Sloan at the back, and he chose to put a short, flat pass on for Jaden Hunt, who had Milford zoning in on him. And Monet should have. I don't know. Brenko Lee was coming around to find Sloan, but man, don't they miss Ben Hunt tonight, mate? Yeah,
look, they definitely do. But obviously, he's got some high honours there. Playing for Queensland. I will say though, Wobblin Jaw, credit to Kenny Bromwich though. That pressure he put on Armoni to force that pass, it probably made him pass. Yeah, he probably could have passed that wider, but that pressure there was just probably a bit too. It's successful there, Wobblin Jaw. I'm just, I don't know. That was a knock on, clear as day. If it came off his shoulder, there, we'll see it anyway.
It's been a knock on all season long, mate. But because it's been over-examined, it went back a millimeter and then it came off Milford's hand. It's been the Dolphins knock on, so they get absolutely out of jail here, and this might be their best start to a set of 6. The Dragons, they've had all second half, a couple of meters shy of halfway.
Here we go. They play the scrum here. Little now off to Sullivan here. Sullivan off to Lomax there, who's just going to get tackled there virtually where he is. Ref says play the ball properly, please. Or don't try and bite off a bit more than you can chew there off the meters there. Off to Josh Kerr. Josh Kerr hasn't been too bad coming off the bench there. Speaking of which, where's Valence Tefare? Get on there, big boy. Here we go, little of the ball. Goes up. Oh, goes for a darting run. Oh, here we go. Ben Murdoch must have a half break. Fending as well. Third tackle set here. What can the Dragons do? Going out left here through Armoni. The shape developing here as well. And he opts to pass out wide to Sullivan. Sullivan off to Sloan. Sloan. Darting run here for Jaden Hunt, who's collected by his leg, probably stops the momentum there as well. Fortunately there for the Dolphins. Play the ball here. Mabe off hooker there, off to the belly with the ball in hand. About 30 meters out now. Armoni the ball, big fend. And he's tackled there just shy, unfortunately, there for the Dolphins. 20 meters to go. Fifth and last here we go. Mabe have the ball in hand. Pass it up wide. Gee whiz. Wobblin Jaw on the fifth and last play. Is that what you do? I would not do that personally. There was just so little of room to play there. Why would Mabe pass the ball out there? I don't know. I could be wrong, but I wouldn't have done that.
Mate, that wasn't a very convincing set of 6 in any event. Mark Nichols plays the ball on his own. No, he doesn't. Adam G. Oh, mate. I wonder who gets man of the match tonight. Adam G, probably, if he has anything to say about it. Mark Nichols plays the ball, passes right to Kenny Bromwich, just Jeremy Marshall-King, only able to make 5 meters, 15 meters on his own 15-meter, play the ball. Mark Nichols now regains possession, goes up over the 20 by 5 or so meters. Nichols plays the ball. Marshall-King goes right, finds Brenko Lee, able to make a 10, possibly 15-meter run as well. That's a good carry by Brenko Lee. It is third tackle. Will play the ball on his own 40. Ball goes out left towards Bromwich. Katoa, pass to Lemuelu. Fighting his way towards halfway, but will be stopped about 3 meters shy. Valence Tavare. Come on, Wayne Bennett. Let him on. Let him cut loose. Ray Stone gets up over the halfway line by 5 or so meters. Stopped actually just shy of the 40-meter line. Last tackle, Anthony Milford puts up a huge kick towards Fangai. Oh, and he drops it, but I reckon the ref's going to call it backwards.
Gee whiz. That's a knock-on in my book. I mean, I've got to see the replay, but anyway, it is what it is. As Rawalawa there, the big hooker going in the game there, runs it up, makes about 10-odd meters in that exchange, or 8 meters. And here we have here Sullivan going out here to Lomax. Lomax is going to try and vein, and he ducks and he steps and he's looking for a head high as well. The ref says, play the ball, son. Don't worry about you. Worry about me. Here we go. And Mabie with the ball goes out right there. Big darting pass. So apologies. Left through to Mosul. He makes a half break. Not to be, though. 30 meters, though. Here we go. Mabie with the ball in hand. Goes out about 10 meters now from the halfway line here. The Dragons with the ball. Sullivan just didn't want it there, Wobblin Jaw. He did not want anything to do with that ball there.
No, not at all, mate. It's been intercepted by Ewan Aiken, who's had a really good game tonight. Connolly Lemuelu now on the first tackle, up over the 30, and they're going to have a chance to absolutely put the sword into the dragon here, the Dolphins. Extinguish the flame, the Dolphins. Mark Nichols takes it up over the 20-meter line, just stopped short of the 10-meter line. They're 12 meters out, right in front of the sticks. Ball goes out left. Katoa out the back to Milford. He stops. Grubbers looking for someone, and Tyrell Sloan is there to clean it up. The attack of the Dragons has been so basic. It's been terribly, terribly basic tonight. And some of their players this evening, as Little suffers severe cramp, some of their X-Factor players have just let themselves and the team down, in my opinion, tonight. Tyrell Sloan has done a couple of things, but not enough. Zach Lomax, where the hell's that freaking bloke been? And Jaden Sullivan, of all players, man, it just he had the chance to steal the spotlight tonight, man, without Ben Hunt, and I don't think he's done enough with it. The entire attack of the Dragons this evening, super basic. As Tyrell Sloan puts up a short goal line dropout, it goes way too far, and it is Jermaine Azarko who takes it on his own 20. DeBellin is there to wrap him up. Azarko plays the ball. Nikarima passes left infield towards Mark Nichols and only able to make about 5 or so meters on that carry. Second tackle, again, 20 meters out. Marshall King, left, finds Bromwich. He steps off his left and will be stopped a couple of meters shy of the 10-meter line. Third tackle, ball goes out left. Katoa, and he feigned to pass to Connolly Lemuelu, but found Cody Nikarima, who was playing left center just about, but he's swamped there by Josh Kerr. Fourth tackle, they lost meters there on that play. They're 20 meters out again. Marshall King goes to Ray Stone, who just puts in a good, tough 8-meter carry. Last tackle here. Where are they going to go? Jeremy Marshall King passes right to Anthony Milford. Feigned to go for a field goal attempt. He's just stopping, weaving, spinning around. Passes to Mark Nichols on last tackle from 20 out. Big Goat puts in a grubber kick, but there's Matt Fengai, and he gets out of trouble, mate. Oh, and he might be away.
Oh, my goodness me. If it was not for Milford there. Oh, wow. I'll tell you what. Mark Nichols won't be kicking ever again there, Wobblin Jaw. I bet you. He won't be kicking again. And another lull there, the ball collects it. And now the Dragons on the front foot here. And over the halfway line here through Sullivan. Sloan, sorry, apologies. Here we go. Break here from Sullivan. Sullivan the break. Looking for supporters left, right, center. Gets the ball stripped out as well. Dolphins there to collect the ball.
I think that just about might be it, mate. But that was a good last-ditch effort there by the Dragons. And again, Matt Fangai, man, he's had a bit of a tough night, but he is a pretty classy winger, in my opinion. Give him a couple of more years, give him a bit more patience and time. First tackle now. Tessinu plays the ball just shy of the 40-meter line, midfield. Ball goes out right towards Brenko Lee, and he's able to make about 7 or so meters. It's second tackle, 5 minutes remaining, 24 points to 12. And Dragons, you'd say, would have one more chance. Mark Nichols gets up over the halfway line by 5 meters. Third tackle now. Will eventually play the ball. Marshall King passes left to Ray Stone, and Ray Stone, a good 10 or so meter carry. Well done, Ray Stone. Fourth tackle. Play the ball. Marshall King continues to go out left, cut out pass to Katoa. Katoa to Kenny Bromwich, Connolly Lemuelu. He offloaded back to Ewan Aitken, but pretty ineffective play there. Katoa, Milford shoots for a field goal, charged down by the Dragons. 6 again. Kenny Bromwich has got the ball in hand, and there's a call there from Kenny Bromwich for a potential crusher by Francis Molo, and it's been blown, and they're going to go for a penalty goal here, the Dolphins, and from 20 meters from right out in front, Jermaine Azarko will absolutely get this.
Look, I just want to go back just quickly, Wobblin Joel, to when you're talking about how the players for the Dragons just haven't been up to it tonight. I'll tell you what, they can ill afford, and I don't mean to pour gasoline into this fire here, but they can ill afford to lose Ben Hunt. Hey, they can't lose him because they look lost without him there, Wobblin Joel. If that's what it looks like without Ben Hunt, if you're a Dragons fan, you don't want that. That's even their attacking's been okay. I'm not gonna lie, but it's just missed a bit of polish, lacks a bit of polish. That finishing touch, if you will, that class signature that only Ben Hunt can deliver here.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that, Wobblin Joel? As Isaac lines the ball up here to kick, which he'll get it in most likely.
Yeah. Well, just quickly, with 3.5 minutes remaining on the ball, Valence Tavare has entered KO Stadium, I'm sure, to an absolutely rapturous applause as Jermaine Azarko slots it straight down the middle over the black dot, man. If Valence Tavare scores a try in the final 3.5 minutes, I'm going to absolutely scream this friggin' house down. Yeah, dude. Without Ben Hunt, this club's in a lot of trouble attacking wise. They've still been able to score 12 points tonight, and they're in trouble. So Dragons short goal line dropout here, and
offside
from the kickoff. All right, it is all set up here for big Valence Tavare. Come on, Dolphins, let's freaking go.
Come on, Beast. We spoke about the Beast and hopefully having him unlocked. And here we are. 2 minutes 30 to go. We are going to hopefully see something special here, Wobblin Joel. I'm all for it. I hope he can score a try. Cannot wait.
From halfway, Katoa kicks, makes 10 meters. Excuse me. They start a set from their own 40. Tapped by Lee. Kenny Bromwich takes it for the first hit up of the set. Able to make 9 meters. Just shy of the 30-meter line. Marshall King waits at dummy half. Waiting is Milford, but it goes to Bromwich. Bromwich to Ray Stone. Ray Stone nearly had it stripped by Ben Murdoch-Masila, but only able to make 5 meters. But they're 25 meters out here. Marshall King, Katoa, Milford, out the back to Brenko Lee. Azarko receives the pill. Matt Fangai wraps him up. Good tackle by Matt Fangai. They're only about 5 meters out. Third tackle. Ball goes out left. Infield to Bromwich. He stops on his run and will just take the tackle on his own 10-meter line. Fourth tackle now. Marshall King passes left. Milford, Bromwich bypasses Nichols. Katoa, grab a kick. Valence Tavares coming. He's coming. He wraps up Tyrell Sloan. And they're going to get a fresh set of 6 here. It's a goal line dropout.
Oh, I'll tell you what, the excitement was building, that's for sure. Again, he's just such a popular figure, isn't he, there, Wobblin Joel? He's a fan favorite. You don't have to support the Dolphins, too, to admire what he brings to the game. Here we go.
Short goal line dropout that went way too far by Tyrell Sloan. taken on the full there by Connolly Lemuelu, looking for a quick play the ball. There's 55 seconds left here. Valence Tavare takes a hit up, met solidly there by the defense. Great hit up by Valence Tavare. Play the ball. Jeremy Marshall-King puts Mark Nichols back under. He's fighting his way towards the try line. He was actually in a position to offload there for a sec. Third tackle now, a couple of meters out, right in front of the sticks. Marshall-King passes left to Valence Tavare. Tavare, he's wrapped up. All right, fourth tackle, 25 seconds to go. Play the ball. Passes right to Jeremy Marshall-King, who knocks the ball on. It's in the hands of DeBellin, goes out left to Moses Sully. And I think that's all she wrote.
That's all she wrote there. Is Moses Sully, though, just adds a bit of, a bit of meters there. And 7 seconds to go through Sloan there, off to Armoni. He's going to try go for a bit of a darting kick, a 40-20, I might add. And he doesn't get it. It's been the summation of their night. And ladies and gentlemen, what a game we've had there. What are your thoughts on that game there, Wobblin Jaw, as we hop off the screen soon?
Yeah, it was an entertaining enough game tonight, but yeah, that first half, it was competitive and there was an opportunity for the Dragons to score a try inside the first 5 minutes. They got a penalty 2 minutes into that second half, but just weren't good enough. And they didn't score a try in that second half either, mate. So without Ben Hunt, everybody's worst fears are realised that they are a really dire attacking team without Ben Hunt. Absolutely they are. And if I was a Dragons fan, I'd be disappointed in the second half effort of Talatau Amone. I'd be disappointed in Lomax's effort, Tyrell Sloan's, and Jaden Sullivan. I just think every spine player tonight, save for maybe Talatau Amone in that first half, really let everybody down tonight, let themselves down, to be honest. I'm sorry if that's harsh and I don't deserve to be in a position to say that, but hey, that's just my opinion and I'm allowed it. They didn't do enough tonight, man, unfortunately. And for a period there, the Dolphins were there to be taken, because at times we're just seeing replays of the tries that were leaked by them in that first half. They were a bit vulnerable on that right edge defensively, but I don't know, man. Dolphins, just a really nice performance. I don't think they beat like a half-strength Melbourne Storm outfit tonight. I don't think so. But yeah, it was a nice performance by the Dolphins. A few positives to take out of that game for the Dolphins tonight, man.
Yeah, absolutely, and well said. And I suppose I might add as well there, Wobblin Jaw, the Dolphins not having the hammer, and also not having Tom Gilbert, and obviously a big out there for the Dragons, but the Dolphins too, probably missed a bit of that attacking flair, if you will. But yeah, like you said, it was just a good hard-earned win. Unfortunately, the Dragons not showing anything. I just want to quickly go back to when I touched on Lomax briefly. I spoke about him. I said he's probably not last year. I thought he was good in my opinion. He wasn't bad last year, but it just seems like he's lost that polish this year. Something's happened there with Zach Lomax, and it's very uncharacteristic because we usually know how good of a center he usually is. It's just not happening for him this year at all. And I suppose the Dragons collectively, and I suppose when you're basically last place, what do you sort of do there, Wobblin Jaw?
Don't know, mate. He's been dropped. He copped that experience, missed 2 games straight. And yeah, Zach Lomax, mate, he didn't have enough ball come his way. And I don't think he went searching for the ball enough tonight as well, bro. But just to go on to the Dolphins, man, Jeremy Marshall-King, a little bit, took his foot off the accelerator in that second half a little bit. Anthony Milford goes close. He goes close to being my man of the match tonight, man. I know he leaked 2 tries in that first half, or at least down his avenue anyway. But he was pretty damn good tonight, was Anthony Milford, and put on a hell of a shot on Talatau Amone in that second half as well.
Yeah, he absolutely did. I thought he was good too. I thought in terms of what they had there, that the spine wasn't bad. Yeah, you're right. Do they beat a half-strength Melbourne Storm team, the way they played tonight? No, most probably not. But look, in saying that though, yeah, you can't be too upset with that win there for your Dolphins fan. I will say, though, obviously, since we're talking about players, I thought one player for mine who I wouldn't say it was the weakest link, but it was someone who stood out for me in terms of a player who probably could have done a bit better, again, respectfully. I thought, and you might disagree with me, but I thought Ray Stone, I thought he was a bit quiet tonight. Yes, he had some good carries near the end of the game, but I just don't think it was a Ray Stone we'll become accustomed to seeing. And I believe it's probably his first game in a couple of weeks. So I might be wrong there, but yeah, it just wasn't. I don't think he added as much punch and oomph as the other forwards did in this game for the Dolphins.
I kind of agree with you a bit. It did take him a while to get warmed up into the contest, man. I'm just going to go in and see if I can't find what his tackling stats are, because he is definitely more noted for being a tackler for sure. So tackles made, Ray Stone made 35 tackles. He missed 7, which is unlike Ray Stone.
Okay.
So yeah, off the pace a bit tonight was Ray Stone, I'd suggest, but with about 20 minutes to go, he definitely came more into his own.
Yeah, absolutely, he did. Look, in saying that though, I think if you want to say anything else, please, Wobblin. If not, I think that'll probably conclude the show there.
Yeah,
but is there anything else you wanted to touch on? I'm happy the Dolphins won. I did tip him. You and I did, so we're both happy there.
Yes.
For the Dragons, are they going to get the spoon this year?
They're going to go dreadfully close, mate. I did tip him to get the spoon as well. So next week, well, I hope you really watched that game close. Hold the ball. The Dolphins are coming to Go Media Stadium in New Zealand, mate. Warriors and Dolphins next week, bro. Oh, yeah, there you go. And the Dragons next week. Oh, well, strike me freaking pink. They're away to the Penrith Panthers at Bluebet Stadium. Oh, damn. Oh, damn, dude. So Panthers, Dragons next week, but next Friday night, hold the ball. Mate, if you're free,
yeah,
Warriors and Dolphins should be an absolute corker.
I'll let you know. I'm keen. I'm absolutely keen.
Yeah, dude.
Absolutely keen.
I'll tell you what, there'd be no guarantee that Tom Gilbert or Hamiso Tabuai-Fidow back up from Origin only 2 days later. What, you think they're going to go from Adelaide on the Wednesday and get to New Zealand on the Friday? That's a tall order, dude.
Yeah, that is. In the greater schemes of things, it's probably not worth it, to be fair with you. This season is not hanging in the balance there like other teams are.
Yep.
Yeah, look, I'll have a yarn with you about it, but I'm definitely leaning towards that way for sure. In saying that though, Wobblin, thank you so much for coming to the channel tonight. Again, ladies and gentlemen, please do not forget to like, subscribe, and follow Wobblin. And in saying that though, we're just going to keep stringing the weeks together as we do. But again, thank you again for your time, and I love this game. Go the Fins.
Simply the best. Adios.
See you guys.